Okay, and we are live. So, obviously, we have Bengals versus the Steelers, a huge AFC North game. Um, Obviously, the Bengals are not having the season they were hoping for. I mean, with Joe Burrow being out for so long, like I said, it's been kind of like a dredge. But I will say this: they played pretty well against the Packers, and I think the Packers are a formidable team. So it'll be interesting to see how they go up against the Steelers. Who Steelers like? I genuinely think that yes, I think that they are a decent team. I think the 4-1's a little bit. Like I said, they could easily be 3-2, especially if the Patriots could hold on to the ball. But I think it'll be a very close game. I know that both it's like the icy hot bowls, what people are calling it, because like I said, both the quarterbacks are over 40. Interesting tidbit that I don't think has been talked about enough. Aaron Rodgers is only a year older than Joe Flacco, 41-40, and Joe Flacco was drafted like 3 years later. Then is where the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to start for the ball. So we see Aaron Rodgers first. I picked the Steelers, obviously. I think they're going to win. I do like the all white fully. That also, I'm not trusting Cincinnati's offensive line against Pittsburgh's defensive line. So that's what I think is going to be the real difference. And even if Cincinnati's going to kind of try to stay in the game, like I think that Pittsburgh's defensive line is going to be able to ravish their offensive line. So shotgun formation, going to have Warren to his right, drops back to pass. Aaron Rodgers dumps off to Warren, who is going to avoid no tackle, and get down to the 35-yard line. So gain about 4 yards, second down 6. Let's see here, might be second down 7. Depends on where they spot it. Looks like yeah. So second down 6 from the 30-yard line. No, from the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. So we've got 2 tight ends set over to the right, and Warren to his right. Aaron, going to be a quick throw. It's going to be to Fryermuth, who's going to almost get the first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard short. However, there is a flag. There is a flag. False start. Okay, so it's on Smith. I didn't start him this week. I picked up Harold Fannin Jr., and that's been the best thing possible for me. Yep, he did move. He did move. So second down and 11. Going to be from the 30-yard line. Shotgun formation. Going to have Warren to his right. Aaron takes snap, drops back to pass, and he's got time. And is going to, I think he was hoping that Warren would just sit there, but I guess he didn't. So third down and 11 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 13:50 left to go in the first quarter. Like I said, I'm loving the wideout for the Bengals. Like I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be back and forth. But I still got the Steelers to win. All right, so third and 11. Shotgun formation. Aaron Rodgers. Going to have, actually, no, going to empty set. Okay. Third and 11, empty set. 2 tight ends to his right. Drops back to pass, and he's got time. Taking a deep shot. This is DK, and a great catch by DK Metcalf. First down 10 for the Steelers. 13:42 left to go in the first quarter, and the Steelers are on the Bengals side of the field. Who's he matched up on? Was that DJ Turner? Yeah, he had no safety help whatsoever. I think that's DJ Turner. I might be wrong, number 20. Anyways, it's going to be first down 10 for the Steelers from the 31-yard line, under center with the Warren in the backfield. Going to be a toss out to him, and he's going to cut back inside to the 25 and down to about the 24-yard line. Great run there, gain about 6 yards, and that's going to be second down about 3 or 4. I am interested to see if they're actually able to get Warren going. So far, like I said, he hasn't really been able to go so far. You got him, Kenneth Gainwell, like kind of been splitting the backfield so far. But I didn't realize that Roman Wilson has a butterfly tattoo. I did not know that. So actually, gain of three after a gain of 7 yards, second down three from the 24-yard line, under center. Goes to Darnell Washington motion. Going to be a handoff and actually a toss, and he's going to go up to the left side, up to 20, up to the 15, and down about the 14-yard line. And that is a Pittsburgh Steelers first down. I will say this too. They also are having a little jumbo set too. They got an offensive lineman that's basically lined up as a tight end. Under center once again from about the 14.5-yard line. Two tight end set. Gonna set Hayward in motion. Gonna be a toss out to the left, and he's gonna have some blockers up to the 10, and that's about it. So about 4.5-yard gain there. Gonna be second down about 6 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course. All right. Hold a second. No NFL games. We don't want you there. Please no. All right. Let me go ahead and fix this. I hate that I gotta do it, but I gotta do it. So, from a 10-yard line, I formation. Gonna be a play action pass. Is it still doing it? No, it just has it right there. Let me just go ahead and erase that. Can't believe they're trying to do that to me. So, third down 6 from the 10-yard line. Well, I guess this fixed. Going to be a shotgun formation. Draws back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Goodness gracious. And is going to still scramble out to his right. He's got plenty of time. Aaron Rodgers throws, and that's going to be caught, and that is going to be Jonnu Smith with a touchdown. Dang it, I probably should have started him. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so let me get this to where it is just not going to be showing anymore. Yeah, he had all day to throw. Close. Go ahead and there we go. Hidden. There we go. Lovely. All right, so now we're back. Sorry I had to do that. I just, like I said, I don't want those bots be on my YouTube stream. Dadgummit. I got to readjust. We're at commercial break, so we're fine. All right, there we go. Like I said, nice little drive by the Steelers. Great throw to DK Metcalf, who, like I said, he's having a pretty good season with Aaron Rodgers. Kind of crazy to think about the fact that DK's approaching 30. So I believe he's 28. I think he's 28 or 29. Yeah, he's about to turn 30. A lot of people that I grew up watching are about to turn 30, which is kind of crazy. I hadn't had one of these sparkling ices in quite some time. And I was doing some grocery shopping today. And I was like, let me get one. And it's not as good as I remember, but it's still good. Still good. But, so, let's see what the Bengals can be able to respond. Obviously, not having Aiden, if I say Aiden Hutchinson, that's not what I'm talking about. Trey Hendrickson is obviously a big deal because, like I said, he's basically your pass rush. So not having him has been a huge deal so far with the Bengals. That's the reason why I was kind of feeling pretty confident with the Steelers pick, and I think that it would be kind of wild if the Bengals end up winning. Like I just don't see it happening. I can see there's a possibility that the Bengals offense could try to keep them in the game, but I ain't trust that defense, not at all. What's up there, Emmanuel? Uh, how you been? Say the Auburn video from earlier was very good. Thanks so much, Emmanuel. Yeah, I've been holding that on for quite some time because I realized I didn't do the green screen right, like uh, of what I want to do, and then I realized, okay, so when I shoot it next, I gotta do it better. So for a while there, I just kind of like held it and like I was like, all right, well, how am I gonna do this? And then I was like, you know what? Let me just kind of put it together, and then for the next one, when I do the Panthers videos, those will be better. So like I have the worst Auburn losses that was going to come out. For sure I know for Saturday. I think I can do it by Friday night, but I'm pretty sure I can definitely do it by Saturday morning. So I'll probably set it for get it done by Saturday morning because I'll probably edit it on Friday after work. But yeah, for a while there, I was trying to figure out. I was like, oh, I can move it here, and I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. So the way that I shot it, I need to actually do a better job. So, so that's what I'm gonna do next time. So first down 10, gonna be shotgun formation, and gonna be a handoff, and he's gonna evade one person, but he gets gobbled up by Hayward. Only a 1 yard gain for Brown. This could be second down and 9. But yeah, no, like I'm hoping that it does okay. Like I said, I like the video. I like the fact that I was able to kind of show some of like the things that go down memory lane. Some of the good wins. The next video is by far one of the hardest videos I had to make. Is just trying to relive a lot of the bad stuff. And the fact is that even though it has been bad losses with Georgia and Oklahoma, it does not pale in comparison to the bad losses that I've experienced as an Auburn fan. It is not hit the top 10. And it's going to be a sack by Keanu Benton. Let's freaking go, dude. I love Keanu Benton coming out of Wisconsin. So, it's going to be third down and about 14. I would say about like 5 yard less. But third down and 14 for the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, it is so bad. It is so bad, dude. The interior offensive line, Rivers, Buddy. Third and 14 from the 23-yard line. Joe Flacco throws, and it'll be caught, and that's T. Higgins to the 40 and up to the 41-yard line, and that's a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Like I said, I think that their offense is going to be able to keep them in the game. I think the Steelers are easily going to win, but I think their offense is going to be able to keep them in the game because, like I said, they have two of the most talented wide receivers we have in the league. You got Chase Brown, who obviously not having the season that he's hoping for, but like if you know anything about their offensive line, like it makes sense why they're not doing as well. But like I said, I still think the Steelers are going to win easily. So from the 40.5-yard line, shotgun formation, going to be a draw, and that's going to be Chase Brown up to the 45, and he got absolutely clobbered. Goodness gracious, who was that? Oh, that's Deshaun Elliott. Let's go. Deshaun Elliott with a nice hit there. About a gain of 4, so second down 6. 8:35 to go in the first. But yeah, I have in the worst losses, I go down a little bit downward spiral, and I'm going to put in a nice little zoom in there because you can see where I'm just like my gears are turning, and I started losing a little bit. From the 45-yard line, second down 6, empty set, drops back to pass, and throws wow. I think he was expecting like T to go out a little bit, but he just kind of went straight up. So third down 6, 8:11 left going in the first. It is like it's not surprising, but the fact that the Bengals are 2-4, they start off season 2-0, and they're probably gonna drop this one as well. Like it just really sucks for the Bengals, honestly. It really does. Great for the Steelers though. Get you to 5-1. I'm already saying as if they're going to win, but I just feel like they're probably going to win. Third down 6 from the 45-yard line. Empty set once again. Going to be bunched to the left. Joe Flacco drops back a pass and is going to check it down. And, Jamar Chase gets maybe like 2 yards. It's going to be fourth down and 4 from the 47. I'm sure you've heard this game called the Icy Hot Bowl, but I want to come up with more. Currently, I'm thinking Brady versus Breeze, the sequel, the game. Hmm. Let's see here. What'd be a good one? Grumpy Old Men. That'd be another one. I like they both have that personality. They really do. Return to the 50 up to 20, up to about the 25, and down to about the 26-yard line where the Steelers are going to start off. So either grumpier old men or grumpy old men. That kind of goes back to like the movie. Uh, let's see, what would be another good one for these old geriatrics? The geriatric bowl, you could do that too. That'd be fun. Um, the icy hot's pretty good though. I'll say the icy hot's pretty good. I like geriatric, grumpy old men. Uh, there's something that I want to talk about with the difference of like Joe Flacco and the difference of um, like Aaron Rodgers, where they're definitely this like same age. Like I said, they're 41 to 40, but vastly different lives. And so like I kind of want to I kind of trying to think of someone like that too, because that'd be good. Like hippie versus boomer or something like that. I don't know. I think it's like something like that could kind of be fun. But yeah, no, I said it earlier, but the fact that Joe Flacco is only a year younger than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was drafted in 2005, and Joe Flacco was drafted in 2008. Like, I'm just saying. Crazy how the only two matchup QBs 40 and up were all-time greats. The first one was some of the goats. This one might be greats, but definitely staying legacies. Yeah, no. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers still will always have like I think Mahomes right now probably would take up his peak as far as like being the not only the most physically gifted, but with the wins as well. Like obviously Mahomes has that over him, but being the most physically gifted quarterback that I've seen, because like Aaron Rodgers from 2010 to 2016, like won multiple MVPs, won won a Super Bowl, but also like carried some teams, especially 2016, and had like some of the best plays I've ever seen in my life, like some of like the craziest throws you've ever seen. And then Mahomes comes in, and so from Mahomes from 2018 to basically you could say 2024, like his run in the same and basically kind of like the same exact time period, like won multiple MVPs, won multiple Super Bowls, and also had some of the craziest throws we've ever seen in our lifetime. So, like, I think as far as like the thing that I have with Aaron Rodgers was like he always had the highest peak. I think it's overtaken by Mahomes. So eventually, how Mahomes does for the rest of his career, because we already know that Mahomes is on pace. If he continues, that he could possibly reach Tom Brady's Super Bowl victories. Just kind of depends on who is the next coach after Andy Reid? Because Andy Reid's not going to be coaching for that much longer. So who is going to be the new head coach? So it was a great run there by Warren, who's going to get about 12 yards. Be first down 10 for the yeah, it was Turner. I was right. Let's freaking go. So it was first down 10, 38-yard line, shotgun formation with Warren to his left. Quick throw to DK Metcalf, who gets up to about the 44-yard line. Nice getting there, 5 yards, second down 5. See here, the food on the table bowl. Food on the table bowl. I like that. I like that one. Neither of their families will ever go hungry. LOL. Yeah. Like I said, Joe Flacco having that legendary run 2000 and under center, he's just gonna dump it off at the ground. So no game. Like I said, obviously he's obviously upset with Warren about something. 6-11 left to go set first quarter. Be third down and 4. But yeah, no. Joe Flacco continuously getting some jobs. Mainly, well, I'm not saying mainly because of 2021. with the Browns, but it definitely helps. No, it was 2022 with the Browns. That's right, 2022 with the Browns. But draws back to pass and going to throw a little deep bomb and just overshot John Smith. So it'll be 4th and 4. Punt is away. 6:06 left to go in the first quarter. Still 7-0 though. It wasn't 2022. It's 2023. I literally do not know what's going on with my neighbors up above me, but they have some of the heaviest footsteps I've ever heard in my life. And it was not always this problem. But now, all of a sudden, all I hear is the creak, 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 creak. And sometimes it sounds like they're running. I don't know what's going on up there. What's up there, Adobe? How you doing? We were trying to think earlier of what to call this game besides the Icy Hot Bowl. Like I said, Eddie did a great one. Food on the Table Bowl. I've got Grumpy Old Men or the Geriatric Bowl. But I'm interested in what you come up with there, Adobe. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, obviously not very happy with Jalen Warren. What is this commercial? Goodness gracious. The AARP Bowl, I love that. I love that, Dobie. Love that. That's a good one. Like I said, I think just based on the fact that the Steelers' defensive line, especially like their interior, which already seemed Keanu Bitten, I think they're going to ravage this Bengals offensive line. So, yeah, especially because the Bengals' interior offensive line is absolutely abysmal. I try to give it a benefit of the doubt at the season predictions where I was like, okay, well, you got the new guy from Georgia, you drafted in the 3rd round. Hopefully he'll be able to work out. I don't mind your tackle situation. Like I said, I think Orlando Brown's fine. You're paying him a lot more than you probably should. And then I like Amaris Mims. He's still in his 2nd season, so like he's still developing. But it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Oh yeah, earlier I had the bots, the NFL gaming, whatever streaming kind of thing. Those bots, I had to hide those. So it's the second time they came in. But yeah, no, I for both of these teams, I'm not super duper high on the Steelers. I understand they're 4-1. I'm not super duper high on them. I still feel pretty confident that, like, yes, they'll win this game. They'll be 5-1. People will talk about the Steelers are for real. I don't. Like I said, I still think that they have like a tougher road ahead. But like I said, I think they're going to win. They're obviously going to win their division pretty handily. Because like I said, unless the Ravens just come roaring back. That's Joe Flacco as their next year starting quarterback. Hey, maybe. I mean, technically you can have Aaron Rodgers retire, but honestly, like I said, I'll believe when I see it. I know he says he's going to. But like I said, I'm a wait and see. Joe Flacco in the Bengals uniform looks uncanny. Yeah, like I wasn't supposed to see this, like a pre-AI jersey swap hypothetical. Kind of, yeah. He's also, I just forget how tall he is. Like, he's a very tall quarterback. Throw a screen pass to Jamar Chase up to the 25 and down to the 26. So nice gain about 9 yards there. 2nd down to 1, 5:48 left to go in the first quarter. Nursing Home Bowl. Nursing Home Bowl is a good one, Dobie. That's a really good one. I like that one. Wait, is the Turnpike for the... Wait, no. Is the Turnpike with the Cincinnati Bengals or is that with Cleveland? I think that's the Cleveland one, Emmanuel. But regardless, I think it's a good one. If I think it's PI. Yes, PI on Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, I think it's a Cleveland one. Dang it! It does work though. That's a good one because he was on the Browns. Let's see. Nice to only have Chris Boswell in fantasy this game. Same. I can get 7-10 points for him. I'll be pleased. Exactly. I said I have Chris Boswell, so we're both we're both on this one too. We're both on this one, Emmanuel. We both feel pretty confident. Like he's gonna get a long field goal attempt, so hopefully he's gonna be able to get it. So Joe Flacco throws, and oh my gosh, almost a pick. Jamar Chase kind of tripped up there, but also it wasn't the best thrown ball, and it almost got picked off. So second down, 10, 5:09 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see here. Oh, I have no clue. Just rhymes. Just rhymes right. It does rhyme right though. Toradol Turnpike Classic. That's amazing. Early Bird Special Bowl. I love the Early Bird Special. Early to rise, early risers, and then nap in the daytime. So from the 39-yard line, second and 10, got to get up to the basically midfield. Going to be a handoff, and that's going to be Piron who gets about to the 44. So get about 5 yards there. Third down and 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Still 7-0. That's a good one, Dobie. Exactly. Y'all think they were rushing the teams to the airport at 4 a.m.? Probably so. They're like, those TSA agents. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers seems like that laid-back grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like the laid-back hippie grandpa. But then, like, Joe Flacco seems like the, on it. Got to be on it. Avoids the pressure, throws, and that's up to about the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Noah Fant. So, 4:20 left to go in the first quarter, and the Bengals are on the Pittsburgh Steelers side of the field. Are we going to get a score here, maybe? Possibly. Like I said, they actually did a pretty good job covering for him. Let's see here. I'm surprised they're able to play this late in the night game. I mean, this is already Rodgers and Flacco's bedtime. I agree. I mean, like, they got a nap in. That's what it is. And dropped. Oh, my God, it's Chase Brown. Chase Brown, you had so much green grass to go. But like I said, I think what they did is that they got Joe Flacco and they got Aaron Rodgers ready. They got them their daily nap so they could get some shut eye, and they would be okay. That's what I think happened. You got to take in the player's age into the account. You got to think about their mental health, their well-being. Okay, who am I kidding? Aaron Rodgers stays up all night because of drugs. Honestly, probably so. Like I said, I think he's like the hippie grandma. He is the hippie grandma. And then Joe Flacco is the cantankerous grandpa that, like, every now and then makes a joke that you're like, oh, that was a good one, grandpa. And then it makes another joke. You're like, I don't have any grandparents right now. Unfortunately, they're all dead. But, like I said, that's my grandparents were. Used to be. Third down 6. Well, no, they never were hippies. Never mind. No, they were not. They were definitely not hippies. Definitely not. From the 46-yard line, 45-yard line, third and 11 up at the 50-yard line. But yeah, no, like I said, it's a different kind of old. You got old hippie and you got old cantankerous, and so that's the mixture of the two right there. I called him Mims. Yeah, old Mims. Like I said, he was a stud at Georgia. He got injured, and I was kind of hoping that he would be able to work on the NFL, and like. He's done fine. Not what I was hoping for. I said Tyler got as a fifth tackle. No. Yoshivas 11. He slides you at 20 and tells you that, like, straight have health problems. So that kind of caused some of the problems. But, like, he kick catch interference. Yeah, kick catch interference on Jordan Battle. So Steelers are going to get the ball at pretty good yardage. But my grandfather, like I said, well, Papa, I guess we used to call him Papa. But like I said, he, how to describe this man? He can sometimes say the funniest stuff and he does not mean it, or like just like his reactions are so funny. Like, a lot of times it was my sister. Like him and my sister had a really good relationship too. But he was an amazing dude. And my grandma, like I said, she was also like, very, very caring, like could decorate like nobody's business. I mean, I still have like one of her, flower decorations that she used to do for other people. And the reason why, it took me a while to do. I guess that's the first time I actually explained this. The reason why it took me a long time to do um, it took me a long time to do the playoff penthouse videos is because of the fact that I was taking care of my grandmother while we were doing that, um, and she died in February, and so for a while I didn't feel comfortable about trying to video in her house because I was staying in her house helping her out. Um, I don't know why I went sad all of a sudden. I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna wrap this up, but and then in March when I don't know, and I sort of feel like my grandmother would be okay with me videoing in her house even though like, she was dead, that kind of stuff. Like so, like it took me a while to kind of get like if I felt like it was okay for me to do that in her house. So all those videos were in her house. But yeah, so I guess I finally explained that. I didn't explain it before. This couch right here was her couch. There's a video, not video, but there's a photo of me when I'm like 5 years old on this couch. So this couch is definitely over 20 years old. And I wanted this couch, one because I needed a couch, but also because there's just a lot of memories being here, having this couch. But yeah, like both amazing people, caring people, and they meant a lot to people. They meant a lot to other people as well that I found out over time just how much they meant to people. Let's see here. Not jinxing, but I think the Dodgers going to NLCS all but one, 3-1 going to the bottom of the eighth. Yeah. If only we could ignore the NL and have Blue Jays versus Mariners in the World Series. That would be nice. That would be nice. Hopefully, after seeing that one Brewers friend saying she would call ice on this other fan who was a Dodgers fan over some argument when he's an American citizen and veteran, it's shameful. That's crazy. That is crazy. I just don't. I don't understand the hate, man. I don't. Never ever in a World Series has two teams with ers at the end of their names. Great. Well, rip to your grandma. Thanks so much, though. Effing people, bro. Can't control their emotions and threaten to uproot an entire family over a stupid ball game. Yeah, it's just what an absolute dart. Oh my gosh. Aaron Rodgers still got it. Still got it. I'm sorry, I'm going through all different emotions. That was a crazy throw by Aaron Rodgers there for first down to Jonnu Smith. But yeah, it's just I just don't like sometimes my students will ask me certain questions and I'm like, I can't wrap my hand around it. I can't answer your questions. Like sometimes they'll ask me questions and I'll be like, I didn't grow up that way, so I don't know how to really answer your question. Like they'll ask me why do people say certain things, and I'm like, I can't unfortunately explain it to you. Kenneth Gainwell gets about 12 yards. I just realized I'm going back and forth from like serious to like gameplay. I'm very sorry if this is distracting, but great play by Kenneth Gainwell, 12-yard run. But and so I just don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's one of the things I'm the luckiest that I have is that I had two great parents who didn't teach me hate. And my dad was born in 1958. Not to say anything, but like born in 1958 in the South, especially in Alabama. The odds are definitely not in his favor. But I was very thankful for that. And like as I Kenneth Gainwell, it's gonna be second down and 10. Root to your grandma, Ryan. She sounds fantastic. Thanks so much, Emmanuel. Thanks so much. Yeah, like I said, both of them are amazing. Both of them have their own kind of thing. Like I said, grandma was definitely more. Deshaun Darnold, Washington. I still can't believe they bulked him up to 300 pounds. I mean, he was huge though. He was like 280 at Georgia, but still like 300 pounds is 300 pounds. 300 pounds. I know I'm over 300 pounds as well. So give me a handoff, not handoff. Give me a dump off to Warren, who's going to get about 6 yards. Yeah, about 6 yards, but third down, about 4. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So it is still 7-0. Steelers are kind of dominating this game so far. The Bengals have actually at least passed midfield, but they have not been able to do anything besides that. Oh, they're showing the Wicked. I guess Wicked is coming on. Oh wait, no, it's the second one. That's right. They had it two parts. I haven't seen Wicked. Um, I know about Wicked. Like I know about Wicked, but I haven't seen it yet. Like not my parents, my mom and my sister went to go see Wicked in Chicago because back in so when was this? This I would have been in eighth grade. Yeah, I think in eighth grade. Sister ended up going to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that's where like our high school was able to go there. And so my mom went with her, and they ended up going to see a show. So they got to go see it. They got to go to Chicago together. So that's awesome. I'm clapping my feet. I don't know why I was doing that, but I realized the sound that I was making. I was like, let me make sure they know I'm just clapping my feet together. I've got very big feet. I got like size 14s. I don't know why, but I always have. I like said I don't know why am I talking about feet? I'm so sorry. This play commentary is going all over the rails of like there's been no rails. There have been absolutely no rails whatsoever. This ride has been closed. It's been foreclosed for many times because there's too many times going off the rails. But yeah, I've had the same exact shoe size since I was that seventh or eighth? No, it was eighth grade when I went because I was 12 when I was in seventh grade and then 14 in eighth grade. So I've had the same shoe size as eighth grade. But yeah, size 14, which is crazy because like none of the rest of my family have anywhere close to like as big as feet as I do. I think I get it. I think actually really I get it from my grandparents' side because both of them are over 6 foot. My aunt's 6 foot. My mom, very small. She's like the shortest out of all of them. She's like 5'4". So, like I said, I don't know where she got the shortness from my great grandmother, who was also very short. So, but love my mom to death. But she's a short individual. What's up there, Parker? On the bright note, Tom Grassi is fundraising right now. Oh, great! For National Immigration Project. Can only hope that Brewers fan can outweigh that other Brewers fan. Absolutely. That's great, dude. Tom's absolute man. Tom is absolutely the man. Third down 3. Start of the second quarter. Handoff, and yes, he is going to get it. Great job there by Jalen Warren. It has to be a first down 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dude, like I said, Tom is an absolute man. What was it? There was a comment that was made in one of the streams. I think it was a GPS stream, like about either this week or last week, where either somebody has not been watching Tom for quite some time, or they're just upset, which like trying to claim that Tom like made money off of the fundraisers. I'm like, no. I was like, I feel pretty confident with the way that Tom operates that he was not making money off of those fundraisers. From the 40-yard line, first down 10. Gonna be a pitch out the game off to the left side. He's got some blockers up to the 35. Oh my golly! Geno Stone just absolutely just obliterated Kenneth Gainwell. It's still like a 4 or 5 yard gain, but Geno Stone laid the boom. Goodness gracious. Goodness. All right. Hugh Freeze is going to be fired this Saturday. Absolutely, Parker. And I'm Hugh Freeze curse. We will no longer have a freeze warning. We will be ice cold. That's what I'm hoping for. Yes, I'm an Auburn fan that is hoping for a loss because I'll say after this game, after the play, second down 7. Sorry, all over the place again. We check down to Johnny Smith, who gets up to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Steelers. If we lose to Missouri, who, yes, Missouri is a good team, but if we lose to Missouri, that will be the third straight year under Hugh Freeze where we have lost the first 4 SEC games. So, I do not care that there's a chance that if we're 3-4, we could win out and we could go 8-4. No. I do not care. I want him fired. I want him fired right now. I really do. But I understand if the AD is like, well, he just beat Missouri. We have a good rest of the schedule. If we're able to beat Vanderbilt as well, there's a chance we go into the Iron Bowl. being 8-3. Sure. But here's the other thing. I don't care. I don't want to have a Billy Napier situation where we're like, okay, well, he's going to get fired anytime soon. And then he goes on a win streak. And then we're like, oh, well, now we don't feel like we can really move on from him. No, I'm fully come to the realization of how much, I just can't defend him anymore. I can't defend that second half. No adjustments. We get punched in the mouth. We can't adjust. I just can't handle it anymore. I don't want it. I don't. And I've never tried to advocate for people losing their jobs. But I think I'm about to start. So first down 10 for the 27-yard line, under center. And they're going to be a quick throw to Roman Wilson, who's going to get to about the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line. Oh, no, that's Miller. Sorry about that. Miller with the catch and grab. So it'll be a 9-yard gain, second down to 1. Yeah, Hugh's going to be gone. Everything that's happened over the last week or so, I would be very surprised if he's able to keep his job. So second down to 1 from the 18-yard line. Shotgun formation with Warren over to his right. Nope, Ashton over to his left. 12:22 left to go in second quarter. Going to be a toss, and Sasso's defender up to the 15. Sasso another defender. Aaron Rodgers kind of gets in the way. Up to 10, 5, and touchdown, Jaylen Warren. However, there is a penalty. This is what it is. Is Mike Norvell coach going to be fired? Ooh. Oh, dadgummit, it's on the Steelers. Holding on Darnell Washington. No, it's on Frazier. Zach Frazier. I love Zach Frazier coming out of West Virginia. Had a wrestling background. Was good in zone blocking, power zone blocking schemes. Let's see here. Was it indeed a hold? Yep. Yepers, that is definitely a hold. And it didn't even matter. I get it. Your leverage is taking you one way, but you got to let go, bud. You got to let go. I'll tell you after this play. Second down 11, because Norvell's a little interesting situation. From the 28-yard line, shotgun formation, drops back a pass, and Aaron steps in the pocket, rolls it to his right. He's got blockers. And he's going to actually run 25 and slide to the 22-yard line. So it'll be third down and about 5, I would say. Mike Norvell possibly getting fired from Florida State. I don't, like I said, it depends on how Florida State ends the season. If they can salvage their season, they can beat Florida. It's an 8-win season after coming off of one of the worst seasons, coming back and, winning 8 games and then possibly winning your bowl game, then that would be the saver for Mike Norvell. Throw, and that's going to be caught, but it's still going to be short. That's going to be Kenneth Gainwell. So it'll be fourth down and about a half a yard. And unfortunately for us, Emmanuel, we're not going to get to see Chris Boswell just yet. They're probably going to go for it. But yeah, I would say Mike Norvell's got to kind of coach for his job to kind of see if they're going to collapse. And yeah, I think that he's probably going to lose his job. But if he keeps going strong with Florida State, if they're able to actually win, are they doing a little tush push? And it works. However, it didn't matter because there was an offsides penalty regardless. So it worked, but there was also offsides. So, like I said, you got first down 10 for the Steelers. Oh. Wait, there's a penalty on the Steelers, so we get to... Let's freaking go, Emmanuel. We get to have Chris Boswell kick a field goal. Not an impressive one. So we're calling it on the Steelers, but we're not calling on the freaking Eagles. So the Steelers is okay. I will say this: it's a little more egregious for the false start. But the fact is that they're calling a false start on them. Just saying. All right, so 41-yard field goal for Chris Boswell. Kick is up, and kick is money as always. Chris Boswell, we love to see it. Where's it at? Yeah, Mike Norvell. Like I said, Mike Norvell, coaching for his job. I think he can still save it, though. But it really depends on the recruiting here. NLCS Game 4 score reflects the record. Dodgers win 3-1 to advance within one game of returning to the World Series. Yeah, it sucks too. Luke, who's a Brewers fan, he was telling me, he was like, I just can't do it anymore. He was like, because like I convinced him to not switch last year because he was very upset with the Brewers again. He was like, I just can't keep on rooting for a team that the owner is not going to invest. He was like, I just can't anymore. I was like, well, what if like they have a good season and like you missed out on that? I don't know anything about baseball, but the fact that I was right that the Brewers like had one of the best seasons they've ever had, and then when it got to this and the way they've been playing, he was like, I just can't do it. I was like, all right, well, I've tried to convince you, so I think you should stay. I don't think you should really leave your team, but I was like, if you feel like it's better for you to, go for another team, then I can't. I'm not going to stop you. He's probably still going to stay a Brewers fan, but he still has that love-hate relationship with them. Emmanuel, my beef with Devontae Smith is generational. I'm seriously thinking of cutting him over Kate Otten. That's actually, I mean, with the fact of all the different wide receivers that have been out, Kate Otten has always been a good target for Baker Mayfield. So it's not bad. Because I am interested to see how it's going to be for this upcoming game against the Lions, who still have a good linebacking core that's going to be able to try to cover Kate Otten. Especially this week. I don't know. I'm really confused about the Lions Buccaneers game because I think both of them have very good offenses. The defenses, like their weaknesses on defense, I think are going to be a little bit exposed. I think it's going to be a good game. I want the Lions to win desperately. I do not want the Buccaneers to keep on winning. I want us to have a chance. I want them to lose. Not me hating, just me being a fan. I am hating absolutely, but like I'm just planning on not hating. But like I said, I think I don't know with Devontae Smith, especially like Petula is just he is making it really hard to try to judge the Eagles players because it's like he's not really setting them up for success. So, Parker, is Billy Napier going to be fired? Yeah, for sure. He, like I said, it sucked for him that he had the tough schedule that he did, but when you lose to USF and when you lose to Miami, like there's not a lot of. I mean, Miami being a really good team kind of sucks too, but there's not a lot of wiggle room for him. So he has to absolutely upset a lot of people, and I don't think it's happening for the Florida team. Unfortunately, I want them to win, but I don't think it's happening. Great run there, Chase Brown to the 50 and down at the 46-yard line for a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. So they're back over past midfield. Let's see here. Who was supposed? Like I said, was it a really good hold? No, it's just a really good hole, and it's over pursuit. Over pursuit by Deshaun Elliott. That's also kind of help. But Chase Brown absolutely, broke out of there for about a 20-yard gain. It's going to be first down 10 for Cincinnati Bengals. 9:48 left to go in the second quarter. Still 10-0, but once again, they're on the other side of the field. They can make it to a one-position game, feel a bit closer. So they're going to call timeout. How, Cincinnati? Is it not getting a play in? What is it? It's a big play. It's a huge play, and you just call your second timeout. I don't know. I don't know. And the Panthers in second. Emmanuel, I would love it. I would love for us to be in second, but I don't know. Because I think, if we beat the Jets, we'll be 4-3. I honestly think you could win against the 49ers, which sucks. I really don't want you to, but I think you can. If you beat the 49ers, then technically you would be ahead of us because you have less losses than us. I think that's the way it is. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. Finally, I could put the football game on the second screen. No more Bucks and Saints. Exactly, Emmanuel. No more Bucks and Saints. I mean, we don't have to worry about Saints, but no more Bucks. Oh, my gosh. Is that Deshaun Elliott once again? No, it's Clark. Ah, dude, love Clark. Clark absolutely just takes, Chuck Clark absolutely takes a bite out of Brown. I mean, boom, just absolutely just blew him out. So it's about a 5-yard loss at the 50-yard line. So it'd be third down and pretty much forever. Like, what, third and 15? No, 16. Oh, it's second down. I'm sorry. Second down, 16. Sorry. Now I'm going to go to the second quarter from at the 50-yard line, well, at the 49. Joe Flacco, shotgun formation, drops back to pass, and gets some pressure, and he's going to throw on his back foot, and that's going to be Yoshibas up to the 45. Yes, like I said, no more Bucks. Bucks, please stop winning. Give us a chance. Make us dream. Where will Eli Drinkwitz coach now? For Parker, that's a good one. I'll say after this play, it's third down 10, more than likely they're not going to get it, so they'll have to punt the ball away. But I'll talk about that after this. So third down 10 with the 45-yard line, got to get to about the 35. Drops back to pass, Joe Flacco, and throws, and it's going to be caught up to the 30-yard line. First down 10, Jamar Chase. There you go. Eli Drinkwitz. Here's the thing. I honestly think he might stay at Missouri. Or he could take the Arkansas job. But I don't think he will. I think he likes where he is. But if he takes a bigger job, I don't think it's going to be inside the SEC. So I think he either stays in Missouri and he gets a huge contract extension. First down 10, drops back pass, throws to Jamar Chase. Gain of 5 yards, second down 5. But I would say Eli Drinkwitz either stays in Missouri because, like I said, the expectation is not super duper high there. He's got, pretty decent. They're rebuilding the stadium, all this kind of stuff. Maybe the Penn State job, but I don't know if Penn State's really going to feel comfortable with going with Eli Drinkwitz. I really don't think they would be. Second down 3, under center. Guys then tie and motion him to the left. And yeah, there's plenty of flags. The center didn't snap it. Yeah, I would say offensive line, like I said, did not move except for everyone actually moved besides the offensive line. So false start by the Bengals, second down 10. I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like he either stays or what other big time head coaching job would he take? Even then, maybe Florida, but I don't know. I just feel like Eli's that kind of guy that stays. I really do. I think he stays, but he also kind of banters for a better contract. Second down and 8, shotgun formation. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be to P-Ron up to the 25, up to the 20. And that's going to be a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals at about the 18-yard line. First down, 10 to 6:20 left to go in the second quarter. Still 10-0, but the Bengals are driving. You can make it a one-possession game. And what I want you to do is just drain that clock so the Steelers will have to take a drive, hopefully it stalls out, and we can get back our main man. Our main man, Chris Boswell, long field goal. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all we want, Emmanuel. That's all we want is a long field goal. So, from the 19-yard line, they bring the blitz, and Joe Flacco it tips up the line, but it is caught. Is it a pick? I think they might have wrestled away from T. Higgins. I think it's the Steelers. Yes, sir. It is a turnover, an interception by the Steelers. First down 10, 5:32 remaining in the second quarter. What? How? Wait. So we're saying incomplete pass? Let's see here. Nah, buddy, he's got possession of that. Yeah, he's got possession of it. It doesn't move. And that's got to be throw the challenge flag. I guess no one's throwing a challenge flag. Second down 3. Going to be a hand. Chase Brown's going to try the right side. He's going to be up to the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line for a first down. I'm surprised you don't throw the challenge flag on that. I guess they said that he was that, but even before touching the ball, like before touching the ball, he might have touched his arms. So he must have made sure that he was down. Bengals can draw within one score. Joe Flacco drops back a pass, and he's going to throw, and that's going to be, oh my gosh! He dropped it. Dadgummit. Chase celebrating, but I don't think it's going to be a touchdown. No, it can't be a touchdown. He dropped it. He didn't have full control. Okay, I guess they're going to give it to him a touchdown. I mean, regardless, it would have been a great catch, but, like, does he have full possession? Like, I thought it was moving. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, no, that's not a catch. It's moving the whole entire time. It's quite literally like moving all over his legs. Like it's like one thigh over another is moving. So no, you can't give a touchdown on that. Okay, I'm not even dealing with that. That's definitely not. Let's see here. Dobie, what's today a successful hate watch? It was a great success. Is Kurt Signetti going to be coaching Penn State football? No, he just took a 8-year, was it 8-year, $11 million. So, I said Kurt Signetti staying. There we go. Second and goal. I was like, there's no way you called that touchdown. So shotgun formation with Brown to his right. Second and goal from the 8. 4:42 remaining in the second quarter. Still 10 to 0. Steelers are up. Coming out, so you better get this party started. I don't know why I got like 2000. Was that 2000? No, that's is that late 90s or 2000s? Don't know. I gotta check and see. No, a little throw. Oh wow, PI2, and Chase still gets it. Now, it depends on what they're calling it on. They could call it on, I think they're going to call it on Ramsey. But it technically could be both. Yeah, so they call it holding on Ramsey, pass interference. And Jamar Chase beats Ramsey on the fade. Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Now, like I say, he does push off. So I can see why Jalen Ramsey's upset. But the other one has started it. You literally were like holding on. You literally grabbed. So, touchdown for the Bengals. And extra point might be in soon, make it a 3-point game. 4:38 remaining in the second quarter. And McPherson's kick is up and good. So it is 10-7. And the Bengals draw within 3. Let's see here. Will Duke football upset Georgia Tech this Saturday or not? I hope not. I've already said this many times before, Parker, but I don't want them to fall in a trap game. I don't care. I don't want you to fall in a trap game. I want you to stay undefeated. Then you go against Georgia. If you lose to Georgia, that's fine. If you lose the ACC championship, that's fine. They're still probably going to put you in because, like I said, depending on how they did, Clemson last year. Clemson did win, but I don't know if they're going to punish Georgia Tech for being undefeated until losing to Georgia. And then, like I said, you might be like 12 or 11. But still, if you're Georgia Tech and you made the playoffs, who cares? Who cares where your seeding is? Obviously, you care because you care about who you're facing. But still, like I would love it if Georgia Tech made it in. Let's see here. We could have had that. We could have had Chase. You know, Emmanuel. You could have had a lot of people. You could have Penei Sewell. I know it's not talked about enough, but you could have Penei Sewell. You could have had Chase. You could have. Oh, actually, how about this? How about this, Emmanuel? Let's walk down memory lane. Let's see. Who could you possibly have taken? Let's see. Because, I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, right? I can't think of who you possibly could have taken. So let's see here. Who could you have taken? Who could it have been? It's crazy what you could have done there. If you just use your head. What stories you could have told with the great people you could have had. Oh, looky here. Jamar Chase, 5th pick instead of Kyle Pitts at the 4. Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain. Ooh, Patrick Surtain. You're Devontae Smith. You could have Devontae Smith. Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater. Still crazy that Mac Jones was a Pro Bowl QB in his rookie season. But you know what? You didn't take Alex Leatherwood. So hey, you didn't take Alex Leatherwood. You could have taken Alex Leatherwood like the Raiders did. Let's see here. What's another good one? Oh goodness, Jamin Davis. That's another one too. Another one of those picks that didn't work out for Ron Rivera. Kadarius Toney, Caleb Farley. Oh man, I remember Caleb Farley. Christian Darrisaw. Ooh, Christian Darrisaw would have been nice for y'all too. Like I said, I mean, Caleb McGarry's been fine. He's been good, but what could have been, you know? Let's see here. Now, you wouldn't take Najee. You wouldn't take Travis Etienne. Let's see else who you could have taken. Oh, Landon Dickerson. We would take it at 4, but still. Yeah, there's a couple of you could have taken. There's a couple. There's a couple we could have taken as well. Hey, McKinney. I'm sorry, Manuel. I love my team. Yes, man, you should love the team. Look, Kyle Pitts is an anomaly. You know, it's not every day that you draft a tight end in the top 5, but you did. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at the same time, because you took Kyle Pitts instead of taking a better option, you got Drake London. So look at it that way. So under center from the 30-yard line, going to be a flash of pass. It's got all day to throw. Takes a deep shot, and it's going to be, way overthrown. And it's be picked off. The greatest arm punt we've seen in our life. Jordan Battle up to, I can't see where he is. Up to the 40, up to the 45, up to the 50, up to the 45. And that's where the Bengals are going to start off with the ball. So, Aaron, what did we learn? Let's not do arm punts. That sounds like a Joe Flacco stat right there. Don't be like Joe Flacco. Don't do arm punts. And on the first play, no less, Jordan Battle, former Alabama safety, plays it pretty good. But also, it's a badly thrown pass. And then DK, what are you doing? Like, was he down? Oh, well, okay, so he's down. He's down. Okay. I was wondering why DK didn't move, but no, he took him down. Okay. He's good. I'm about to go into DK. I was like, how do you not touch him down? But he touched him down. All right, so where was I at? That Missouri football goes something else this year. Missouri has a little bit tougher test down the road. I don't think they will though. I hope they do, because that would be cool for Missouri. Because like they had it. What was that? Last year they had a preseason team. 2 years ago they had a really good team. But unfortunately that was 14 playoffs. And they absolutely obliterated Ohio State. 2 more games. And I don't know if Missouri football will be able to make that up. Yeah, okay, so after Auburn, they got at Vandy, tough test. Then you got Texas A&M, Mississippi State, kind of a hard one as well, at Oklahoma, and then at Arkansas. So if over the next 6 games that you can go 5-1, like I think Missouri will be locked to get in. But I don't know. I don't think they can. I think they'll lose at least 2 more, and that'll kind of put the end on their playoff run. 40, up to the 45, up to the 50. Chase Brown cuts back inside, up to the 45, up to the 40, and down to about the 39-yard line. Chase Brown is having a pretty decent day so far. Yeah, I think that's what I had is like them. I think I had them at 9-3. Yeah, unfortunately. Hey there, Zoe. What's up? Steelers had this 10-0. And then the Bengals are just roaring back. They had an arm punt by Aaron Rodgers, thankfully. Jordan Battle gets it. And Chase Brown has this amazing run up to the 40-yard line. So that's like where we're at right now. You got T. Higgins. Well, not really coming in motion. Joe Flacco throws across the middle. That's got to be PI. Yeah, it's PI. bro. Jalen Ramsey. Don't be looking confused. That is straight up PI. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh yeah, this ALCS is much better than the NLCS. Absolutely. I would never get Pitts unless he gets traded. Then he's a bust. Wait, hold up. That's fire. That's fire. Rather have London and Bijan than Chase and whoever after. Exactly, Emmanuel. Think smarter, not harder. Bijan's top 3 running back, and he ate 3 or 2. This season, yeah. I'll probably say so. Because other top running backs really aren't producing as much. And I'm not going to be crazy to try to say Rico Dowdle. There are some people trying to say Rico Dowdle is the best running back in the league. No, don't do that to yourself. A run for about 6 yards to the 29-yard line by Shamaje Perine is going to make it second down and about 4 for the Cincinnati Bengals. 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Still 10-7. But the Bengals, who were looking dead earlier, are driving down the field to get back into this game. Goodness gracious. Where is he at? Yes. How goes the battle of ancient QBs? It goes interesting. Very interesting so far. So, under center, Joe Flacco drops back a pass, throws to T. Higgins from 20, up to the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown T. Higgins. 2:52 left to go second quarter, and it's going to be a lead for Cincinnati. 13-10 right now, but that extra point make it a 4-point game. So, like I said, very, very, very interesting. The fact that the Bengals were kind of dead. Not dead, but like they couldn't really move the ball that much. The Steelers were up 10-0, and now they have in about less than 2 minutes gone down 14-10. So 2:52 left to go in the second quarter, and extra points up, and it is good. Thank you so much for McPherson. It's going to be 14-10, and Cincinnati's at home. So I thought that it would be a pretty. I thought it would be back and forth, but I thought the Steelers would win pretty handily, and it's not looking like that. So surprised, but I'm thankful that it's not going to be a bad game. Let's see here. Parker, do you like Manny Diaz coach? I like him as a DC. I don't really feel all that great about him as a head coach, but I think he's fine where he is because expectations are not like super duper huge where he's at. But yeah, Manny Diaz was a crazy DC at Mississippi State. If I remember correctly, yeah. Mississippi State is where he started out because it was Dan Mullen. If I remember correctly, like I said, he was a Miami head coach after Mark Richt, I think. I think that my memory serves me right. He was after Mark Richt. Doesn't quite work out. Then it's Mario Cristobal. And then Manny Diaz becomes he's like the is he the DC for Mike Elko at Duke, and he just promoted to head coach, I think. I'm trying to remember the Manny Diaz, coaching cycle, to where he's at. But he's always been a decent DC that has a lot of these crazy blitz packages that, you were able to see. I mean, if I remember correctly, I know for sure he was there when Chris Jones was at Mississippi State. Oh, my gosh. Dude. I wanted Chris Jones so bad when he was at Mississippi State to go to the Panthers and ended up going to the freaking Chiefs because we took Vernon Butler instead of him. But he might have been there when Dan Mullen was first there, when you had Fletcher Cox, legend from the Eagles. But I know for sure he was there with Chris Jones. So I don't feel confident with him as a head coach, but I think he's fine for Duke because Duke has never been, the absolute masterclass for football. In fact, they've been one of the worst ones. Just look up Duke from 2000, 2002. It's one of the worst, them and Northwestern, one of the worst record, stretches of wins, or stretches of losses for a team. But yeah, no, I don't love him, but I think he's fine. Let's see here. Amazon gave up one trying to find hidden gem Thursday Night Football matchups. and said, "Give me all the division game, all of them." Cheat code for a good game. Exactly. Like I said, if you're Amazon and you bought it for $1 billion, you can kind of just be like, "Hey, give me it. Give me the good games." Especially because like some of the Thursday night games have been, oh gosh, some especially last year, just Seahawks Bears. I'm so glad I did not stream that game. I was on vacation. I watched that game on my phone because I was like, this is not worthy of trying to find a way to put this on like on the laptop. I'm just gonna put this on my phone. So my mom Rams 49ers game, but the last stream that I had in my old trailer was, and that one was bad too. That one was really bad. All right, so 2:47 to go second quarter. Aaron Rodgers down by 4. Discount double check. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Shocker formation with Jalen Warren to his right. Why do they have such so heavy steps? Goodness gracious. Going to be a pitch out to Warren, who's going to try the right side, who's going to get. Oh my gosh, he fumbled? Please tell me he was down. Was he down? One ref is saying he was down. I think he's down. Let's see here. Yeah, he's down. Okay, he's down. He's down. I about said, I was like, Steelers fans are going to go crazy if he wasn't down. That would be crazy. But it's only a 2-yard gain. Clock continues to run. They'll have enough play for one more play before 2-minute warning. Drops back a pass, and Aaron Rodgers going to check it down to Jalen Warren, who's going to try to make one man miss up to 35 to the 40, up to the 45, and down to about the 47-yard line. And that's a 2-minute warning. And it's a first down, 10-4, just hoping for a good game. As am I. I picked the Steelers to win, and both Emmanuel and I are very hopeful that Chris Boswell has a good game. So far, he has a 41-yard field goal and also extra point. But we want more. We want more for our man Chris Boswell. Give us. He's not going to have like a carry like them versus the Falcons last year, because that was an amazing game. If you're a Chris Boswell fan, but he still is going to have a pretty decent day. I thought he's going to have a pretty decent day. Hopefully. Let's see here. Parker, who's going to coach Virginia Tech? Do you know? I like Virginia Tech is a good head coaching job. Obviously the fan base is around you. You got good support for your boosters. And they haven't been quite good sometimes. So if you can have early success, like that would go a long way. And especially with how if you could attack the transfer portal with the right people, you can really rebuild a program pretty quickly. But it's going to take a lot of luck. Do I think that Eli Drinkwitz would take that job? I don't think he would. Unless the money is good, but I don't think he would. If I'm Virginia Tech and I were to take, if he would, he's potential to move up. Like I said, he has potential to move up into a bigger conference outside, right now he's in the American Conference. Do you move it to Virginia Tech, or do you hold it for an SEC job? I see Alex kind of waiting for that to open up, because there's been some people who are saying he could go to Florida or something like that. That would be ironic too if he beats the former Florida head coach. Like I said, the other ones I'm thinking of are more so. I'm thinking they're going to go to bigger jobs in Virginia Tech. But I don't know. I think it's going to be somebody that's from around. I don't know. I got to think about that for a second. I'll probably think about that during halftime. Zoe, somehow the Battle of the Steel replacement hips. That is good. That is good, Emmanuel. Is turning into watchable TV. I love that one. The Battle of the Steel replacement hips. I love that. First down 10 for the Steelers. 1:58 left to go in the second quarter. 14-10 from the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation with Jalen Warren to his right, and going to have a Hand off Jalen Warren, who's going to get up to about the 47-ish yard line. So nice gain there, about 5 yards. Second down 5. Let's see here. Steelers versus Falcons was a great day to be a Boswell owner. Not fun as a fan to watch the kicker outscore a real professional team. Football, man. Crazy sport we love, huh? Absolutely. I almost went to that game. Second down 5, going to be handoff. That's going to be to Jalen Warren, who gets about 2 yards. Really not even, about 2 yards. But third down, about a long 3. Yes, I almost went to the Steelers versus Falcons game, but Chris Boswell had that amazing game. Because my sister's a Steelers fan. And I almost got her and me a ticket, or both tickets. But unfortunately, she had something to come up, so we couldn't go. But I tried to take her to her first NFL game, and that would have been an interesting experience for her, for that to be her first ever NFL game going there, and it'd be 18-16, you had the 6 field goals. Aaron Rodgers is going to check it down. Jalen Warren, who gets to about the 41-yard line for a first down again. Clock continues to run. They caught it out. Okay, so 49 seconds left. Down by 4. Let's see if the Steelers can be able to get in a field goal range. I know they're going to try for a touchdown, but we all know what they really want. They really want to show out Chris Boswell. Let's see here. Is Brent Key going to coach Virginia Tech? Brent Key is Georgia Tech's head coach. Because he played at Georgia Tech, I just feel like he's going to stay. There's a couple of coaches that could obviously move up. In the head coaching cycles, that kind of stuff. But if you're a coach, so for instance, Parker, we talked about that with Clark Lee earlier. Because these are coaches that play for the teams, they have that deep-rooted, I want this team to be good again. I don't think that Clark Lee leaves unless something crazy happens at Vanderbilt. And I don't think that Brent Key leaves for Georgia Tech. I think they stay. So 49 seconds left, 2 timeouts, shotgun formation, trips to the right with, looks like Kenneth Gainwell to his left. Drops back to pass, and it's going to be a screen. Oh, he fell down. Oh, my gosh. Kenneth. And they have to call their second timeout. We had, Zoe, if you want to add one too, we've done that a couple times. Adobe had some pretty good ones too. Emmanuel had one, and then we realized no. I think the Turnpike is Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, but it was still amazing when the Toradol Turnpike. That's amazing. Adobe, what's the other one that I liked that you had? There was one. Oh shoot, I'm trying to remember. There was a lot of good ones. I'll go back to this game. Sorry. Second down, 13. 43 seconds left to go second quarter. 1 timeout each for each team. Drops back to pass. Throws that'll be to. Is that picked? Oh my Lord! No way! Is it a catch or a pick, bro? If it's a pick. I swear, it was a pretty decently placed ball. By Aaron Rodgers. DK should have had it. So DK has it right here, and then it gets absolutely ripped out. And needed one for Chris Boswell. Yes, it's gonna be a pick. Like I said, Turner, good job for you. Good job, Turner. Yep, so you can see right there, he's got it. Now he has still possession. So I think it's going to be, yep. I think it's going to be a turnover. That's crazy. That is crazy, dude. Dadgummit, man. Give Chris Boswell a chance. Parker, no. World, and then maybe he would leave Georgia. I would love for him to leave Georgia, but he's not going to. In my wildest dreams, he is never going to leave Georgia. Unless they fire him, but they're never going to. He's going to be there for the next 15 years, and I got to deal with it. Manuel, I would say that game was a very serious game. Would have been a great first game. Dobie said, that's right, the AARP Bowl. That was a good one. That was a really good one. League desperately needs to introduce an interception stat for a wide receiver. What more could Rodgers have done? Honestly, Honestly, baby Tyler wide receiver to catch the ball better. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Rogers has it in him. I don't think he has a big talk. Probably just scream at it. Probably scream and shout and whine. Oh man, like literally it's a really good it's a really great place ball, and DK just lets it fly. So 40 seconds left, a floater, and oh my gosh, did he catch that? Yes, he did. Jamar Chase, absolute beauty of a catch. Great throw by Joe Flacco, about 15 yards. 36 seconds left. Still have one more timeout. That's crazy. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Toe dress right there. Very nice. Very nice. Up to about the 45-yard line. That's crazy, man. Now, Billy Napier could. He could bounce back. He could bounce back for Virginia Tech. That's only if Virginia Tech wants to take. Well, okay. Billy Napier recruiting, excellent. So Virginia Tech wants to bring in people. They won't have expectations. They won't have the hard schedule. Actually, that's not that bad. Actually, Parker, that is not that bad. Billy Napier, who flourished at Louisiana, so a great hotbed spot for recruits. You already have the relationship that you have. You're going to Virginia Tech, which has amazing support for the fan base. That haven't been good in quite some time. That would love to be 8-4. I'm not saying that they would be satisfied with that, but they would love to be 8-4, especially what happened the last couple of years. And that actually, like I said, that could work because you have the recruiting, so you're getting back the recruits that Virginia Tech used to be able to pull. Because Virginia has some good talent up in there. You could also try to tap into Maryland. You could also tap into you could probably tap into Pittsburgh as well. Well, not Pittsburgh, just Pennsylvania in general. Parker, that's actually I like that, Parker. That's a good one. Yeah, Billy Napier, Virginia Tech. Only if he wants to bounce back. If he wants to take a year, he could take a year. But if he wants to bounce back and take a head coaching job, because I think Billy Napier is solid. I just think that unfortunately he got dealt a pretty terrible hand with the schedule. Two, I don't think that he can normally win a lot of the big games. He hasn't shown that much. But he has shown to be upset-minded. And so I think if you're Virginia Tech, you would take a 9-3, 10-2 seasons. I think that he can do it with that kind of schedule that Virginia Tech has. So that would be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all there, Parker. Emmanuel, something in between a fumble and interception. Things like that are so clearly on the wide receiver but count against the quarterback. I agree. I remember, was this 3 years ago? I think it was. When Brittany Mahomes and somebody else, but they were talking about the fact that Patrick Mahomes was getting interceptions because he was throwing it to the wide receiver, it would bounce off their hand and it would be an interception. Or it was catchable ball, go right through their hands, be interception. I would think if anything would change, it would be fantasy wise. Fantasy wise, they might try to do something like that. I could see fantasy doing it, but I don't know for sure. Really? Did he bobble the ball? Okay, caught. What? Okay, so second down and 10, 37 seconds. Let's go second quarter. It's kind of wild. I thought it was a complete pass. All right, well, from a 30-yard line, shotgun formation goes in. Jamar Chase in motion over to the left. Drops back to pass, and Joe Flacco throws. And that's going to be caught, and that's going to be Jamar Chase. And he is going to get out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So 30 seconds remain. Still got a timeout. First down 10. First down 10. Like I said, I know they probably want to try to get range for Evan McPherson. He's been in the league for 5 years. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So from the 42-yard line, shotgun formation, drops back to pass, and is going to throw to the left, and that's going to be Jamar Chase out of bounds. And is he going to get the first down? No, he's going to be at the 9 yard gain, second down and 1. I'll answer the comments in a second. About to make a play. Second down and 1 from the 25-yard. 25 yard line. Sorry. 25 seconds left from about the 40. Yeah, from the 49-yard line. Draws back to pass. Joe Flacco throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Behind T. Higgins, 3rd and 1. And oh my lord, that was the latest flag I've seen in my life. Not really. But I think it's going to be Joey Porter Jr. to be called for a hold or pass interference. Yeah, pass interference. Joey Porter Jr. First down for the Bengals. Puts him in the field goal range. Let's see here. It might be. I just know it was behind T. Higgins, though. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a tug right there. Yep. Okay. Yep. It's a tug. It's from behind T, but it's also a tug. So, first down 10, 20 seconds left from the 37-yard line. Shotgun formation. Going to drop back to pass. Joe Flacco throws incomplete. Try to get it once again to Jamar Chase. Second down 10. Let's see here. What was it from? Yeah. Is Dallas Sweeney going to coach Virginia Tech? Parker, if Dabo gets fired, that's potential. If you want to get like a known winner but hasn't won in the new way that football is going, you could. It maybe. I feel better about the Billy Napier one though, but maybe for Dabo. Going to be thrown. That's going to be to Noah Fant, who gets up to about the 31-yard line. Clock continues to run. They'll call a timeout with like 2 seconds left. Just call a timeout. What are you doing? 2. There you go. Yeah, what are you doing? Call a timeout. I don't know why you're rushing to the line. Just call a timeout. So at about the 30-yard line, so it'll be about a 49-ish, 49-yard field goal kick for Evan McPherson to make a 7-point game. Let's see here. Emmanuel, Kendre Miller, Cade Otton, Devontae Smith need to cut one. Who goes? I think it's Kendre Miller. Well, okay. No. Wait. Emmanuel, who are you replacing them with? Rod Gar slipped the ref some of his stat from that call. Yeah, that's possible. Like I said, it depends. Emmanuel, tell me who you're trying to replace, and I'll tell you who to cut. Because you never want to be like less on running backs or less on wide receivers and not have a decent replacement. So the 49-yard field goal kick, it's right down the middle. And kick is up, and kick is going to be good right down the middle. Very good by Aaron McPherson to make it a 7-point game going into halftime, 17-10. And the Bengals, who are 2-4, lead the 4-1 Steelers. Who gets the ball to start the second half? That's going to be the Bengals. So not only did they go up by 7, but they also get the ball to start the second half. Goodness gracious. Is Bruce Arians is going to enjoy retirement there, Parker. He is loving life. I don't think if Bruce Arians, if anything, he would never go back to college. If Bruce Arians wanted to, he could more than likely be like an offensive assistant if he wanted to get really back into the game. But I think he's fine where he is. I would be very surprised if Bruce Arians tried to go back into the coaching cycle. But yeah, for Emmanuel, for Kendre Miller, Cade Otton, or Devontae Smith, Cade Otton is a reliable target for Baker Mayfield, who I think, like I said, we'll probably have to rely on him a little bit more, especially with all the different wide receiver injuries that they've had. Devontae Smith, it really depends on if Patullo can get himself together. I want to say something else, but can get himself together and, use your weapon that you have, then maybe. And then Kendre Miller, you're on a team that is free falling. that I don't think is going to unless you think that if you really feel like that Kamara is going to be traded, then maybe keep Kendra Miller. But other than that, not probably. I'm over the limit. 15-14. Okay. I only have Brees Hall and Javonte Williams for running back. Okay, so then I would keep Kendra Miller, Pitts and Bowers for tight end, and plenty of wide receivers. What wide receivers do you have there, Emmanuel? And I'll tell you if you need if I feel comfortable with either trading or cutting Devontae Smith. Because what you could do is you could see if anybody wants to take on Devontae Smith, take on that risk, and you could be like, well, you could try to leverage it a little bit, but you never want to cut somebody and all of a sudden, oh crap, now the person's going off. That's the reason I'm saying, because Devontae Smith, number 2 option on a stacked roster that unfortunately is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like some of it is absolute execution. I'm not going to try to just put all the blame up too low, but some of it is very much so like just what are we doing? Why are we playing? Why are we calling those plays? Why? It's like what was it? No, it wasn't Desai. Was that his name? No. Desai was the defensive coordinator. Who was the offensive coordinator? Was it Brad Johnson? Yes, Brad Johnson that was offensive coordinator for that 2023 Eagles iteration of the team. Yeah. So it's not the same exact way because even with Brad Johnson, there still was some success. But like, it's just not using the weapons properly, and then bad execution on top of that. So like like I said, I don't know if they're ever going to fix it. I really don't. But if they do, then Devontae Smith is still a good option to have. So as I'm saying, you're having a little risk there, but I can understand getting rid of him compared to other options. But at the same time, you already have 2 tight ends, so you might do K-Dot, and because you already have Pitts and Bowers, unless, like I said, you want to try to trade Bowers and try to see if you can get more compensation out of him. You possibly could do that. You can do Bowers, Devontae Smith, trade him for one person, and then see if somebody will want to take the bait and try to get a better player. If you feel confident with Pitts. That's the thing. Let's see here. Is Mark Stoops going to coach Virginia Tech? Parker, if Mark Stoops gets fired from Kentucky, well, it's another one of those where he knows around the area. I mean, Ohio's not really Virginia. It's not really near Virginia, but it's like in that same battleground where you're still competing for some of the same kind of talent. Same thing. Well, he's good to Kentucky, but he's also good to Ohio. If you're Mark Stoops, do you want to go back into a head coaching position, or do you want to take a year off? Like, that's the thing that I don't know with some of these coaches that are probably going to be fired, if they're going to go straight into going into a new job, or if they're going to take the Dan Mullen route, which is, well, I'm an analyst for a year or so. I make money doing that. I don't have the stress level. I can be able to spend time with my family, and then I get to pick my job that I want to take. So I don't think all of them are going to do that, but I could see Billy try to be on, like, so he's still young enough. Mark is a little bit older, because Mark, if I remember correctly, I think Mark's in either his late 50s or in his 60s. I don't know. I'll have to double check on that one, but I don't think Mark Stoops would coach Virginia Tech. Possibility. I like that better than what you said with Dabo, but I would say that Billy probably be the best bet for Virginia Tech. I think Billy still has a lot in him, especially from a recruiting angle. But let's see here. Drake Lane X Worthy. Ooh, Xavier Worthy. Jonte Williams, Quentin Johnston. Oh, wait, no, not Jonte. Sorry. Williams, Johnston, and Smith. Yeah. So, Emmanuel, I would think either like trade Smith with like an asset, whether that be You could do Brock Bowers, especially like how he's been playing. If someone really like, if you know somebody really likes Brock Bowers, you could try to trade him with Brock Bowers. You could do the defense as well. Like if you feel that like somebody is going to be willing to try to take that risk, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing to try to see who is going to try to take Devontae Smith, try to get some more compensation out of him, especially if you feel like you're probably going to try to cut him. Because you could just play it as he's got a lot of risk, but I'm willing to give him up, and then maybe somebody might bite. Yeah, maybe Smith in either Texans or Jags defense for a mid-tier running back. Really need that depth. Exactly. That's the reason why when I found you only had 3 plus with Kendra Miller, I was like, nah, you need to keep Kendra Miller. Parker, is James Franklin going to coach Virginia Tech? Like I said, I don't think James Franklin is going to coach anywhere next year. I think he's going to enjoy that money that he has with being able to actually spend time with his family. Like I said, I think because the same thing happened with Jimbo. Jimbo didn't get a job that I remember. I don't think Jimbo has a job right now. I think he's just making money, not working. So I think James probably spends a year. I mean, he's been at Penn State since 2014? No, that's 2014. Yeah, since 2014. So over 11 years at a program, putting your heart and soul into it. It's not been working out for you. So I think James takes a year off. Because it's been a while since he took a year off, and he has the money to be able to do so. And he knows that when he comes back the next coaching cycle, like there's still going to be some teams that are going to be looking for him. So if I'm James, like I said, in my opinion, if I'm James, I'm sitting out a year, I'm having time with my family, I'm focusing on myself, I'm bettering myself, and then bam, you're good. Because there will always be intrigue for James Franklin, regardless of the fact that yes, he's never win the big game. So maybe he might not get like the hugest, opportunity. Like Florida would not take James Franklin, but a mid-tier program that might have just lost a head coach could be. Like, okay, let me see where James Franklin came before, because if I remember correctly, he came from James Franklin. Like I said, he's only 53, so he's got plenty of gas left in the tank. But let's see here. He was at Maryland and Kansas State. So Maryland is interesting. Because I don't think their head coach can get fired anytime soon. So far, they've had decent years. He's from Pennsylvania, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he'll just wait it out. I think he'll just wait it out, get to pick his choice, and just be able to spend a year outside of coaching. I might be wrong, but if I'm someone who's getting paid bukus of money, and I have the option of, hey, can I grow with my family? And then also when I come back, I'll have it, like I said, I'll have a year of being able to work on myself, work on my scheme, and then actually be able to, pick my choice of who I want to take, because somebody's more likely to be eager to try to get me. If I'm James Franklin, I feel pretty good about that. Let's see here. Cam Scatterboo or Bucky Irvin for Smith and Bowers. Ooh. I'll go Bucky because, yes, he's going to be coming back from injury soon. But Cam Scatterboo is a good running back on a bad team, but also bad offensive line. Like Bucks' offensive line, much better than the Giants. So just from the bat, you have more opportunity if you're Bucky. Also, Bucky, same as with Cam Scatterboo, is going to get catches out of the backfield. Bucky's way more explosive than Cam, and Cam had a great Thursday night football game. Absolutely. Also had 3 touchdowns, so that definitely helped. So, like I said, I think that you look at Bucky's production, and obviously there's more risk of him coming off an injury, him not being the same, but you still feel confident with Bucky. So I would say do Bucky. I would say do Bucky. Just gotta wait for this week to be over because I'm currently facing Bucky's owner. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Parker Outscolich. I don't know. I know that Outscolich is open for bigger jobs, but I feel like for Alex, he's probably going to try to go for an SEC job. That's my thought. I think Alex is looking at potentially either Florida. We talked about that before. I think he's probably going to go for Florida, or I don't think he would go for Arkansas. But I think Florida's possibility because, like I said, the opportunity that's there, him already having relationships with the head coaches at Florida high schools, from being the head coach at USF, and also the resources of if you are Alex Golich, you like a challenge. So, do you feel like you could develop DJ Lagway, who is talented? Like I said, even though DJ Lagway has not lived up to the expectations, you can still see he's talented. He absolutely is talented. So, if you are Alex Golich and you are able to be like, okay, well, the first year that I have a good QB that if I don't like him and he doesn't work out, then guess what? I get to wipe my hands clean and be like, well, you know what? He's not really the quarterback that I picked. So I think the Alex to Florida is, I'm not saying a done deal for me, but I feel pretty confident that's what they're going to be going for, in my opinion. All right, so the game had to start up. 11 touchdowns, the most in first six games for Steelers. This is crazy. All right, well, so technically 2 interceptions for Aaron Rodgers, which is, uncharacteristic of him. One of them, definitely on him. Second one, not quite. But 7-point game, 17-10. The Bengals have the option to try to break this game open. So, from the 20 to 25 to 30 and the 33-yard line. That's going to be, is that Shamaji Piran? Yes, it is. Samaje Piran was a menace at Oklahoma. Not off the field like Joe Mixon, but a menace on the field. Because if I remember correctly, didn't he – I'm trying to remember, but I think he beat Melvin Gordon's rushing yard total. I think it was against Kansas. Short pass out to Jamar Chase. Miss. Oh, great. Dadgummit, man. I don't know who it was, but they were able to trip up Jamar Chase. Only got 5 yards there, so it'll be second down about 5 or 6. It was Darius Slay. Oh, very nice. No, Mike Gundy's probably going to retire, if I had to guess. Parker. Mike Gundy's up there in age. He's not coming after me. I'm 40. He's in his 60s. He's probably hanging it up. Oh crap! Not Darius Slay being down. Oh well, he's up. Okay, good. He just kind of cramping, I guess. He's old. Give it to him. 13th season for Darius Slay. Darius Slay was on the same defense as Fletcher Cox at Mississippi State. Dude, that 2010 Mississippi State defense was something else. All right, second down 5. 14:38 left to go in third quarter. Just started back, so, Yeah, Parker, I was saying Mike Gundy is retired. He's going to enjoy himself. He's going to be a grandpa. So, Flacco and shotgun formation with Brown to his left. Besson Yoshivasa motion up to the left. Drops back a pass, and Joe Flacco is going to check it down to Jamar Chase, who is going to split defenders up to the 40-yard line, be third down about 2 after that 3-yard gain. 14-11, let's go in the third quarter. Third down 2, 17-10 from the 40-yard line. Joe Burrow. I keep saying Joe Burrow. I'm so sorry. Joe Flacco, shotgun formation. With, looks like it's Samaje Perine to his left. Yeah, Samaje Perine to his left. Bunch to the right. And Samaje, he gets the first down up to about the 44-yard line. Another first down for Cincinnati. Just keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Take up your time. Do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, we don't care about the Bengals. All we care about is Chris Boswell. Am I right? Am I right, Emmanuel? All we care about is Chris Boswell. But it's a pretty good game. 17-10. So first down 10. Kind of surprised. I mean, not surprised about the wide receiver been playing well, but that Zach Taylor's actually adjusted because normally he doesn't. So shotgun formation, running back to his right, going to be a handoff to Brown up to about the 50 and down to about the 48-yard line. So nice gain there of about 8 yards, 7 or 8 yards. Second down about 3. Oh goodness, my nose. I hate that feeling when you feel you gotta sneeze, but then you can't sneeze. That's what I got right now. And it's not happening. Dadgum, I hate that feeling. Now Parker, you know Dan Lanning ain't leaving no Oregon. He's got money. He got more money than you could possibly have investing in Oregon. That ain't gonna happen. Shotgun formation on the 23-yard. Oh, not 23. Second and down 3. Drops back to pass. Throws be wide open. And Jamar Chase cuts back to the left. And great tackle there by Darius Slay. But up to about the 33-yard line. First down 10 for the Cincinnati Bengals. 12-18 left to go in the third quarter. Chris doesn't miss Boswell. Exactly, Emmanuel. Like I said, last year, Luke actually had Chris Boswell. That's the reason why I got him this year. Because Chris Boswell had, legitimately, 30 and 40-point games as a kicker. Now, I know it was last year, but still. 40-point games as a kicker is ridiculous. Drops back to pass. Throws, and that's going to be caught. It's going to 25 to 20. Up to about the 16-yard line. Jamar Chase, first down for Cincinnati. And they're just making quick hitting passes. It's just quick hitting passes. So, 11:30 left to go in the third quarter. Still a 7-point game, but the Bengals are driving to make this a 2-possession game. What was once 10-0 is now 17-10, and Cincinnati has a chance of making it a double-digit lead. Wouldn't have thought this before. Jamar Chase already 11 receptions for 99 yards and a touchdown. Play clock at 4, 3, 2, 1. Barely got a snap off. Going to be a handoff and makes a man miss. Great job there by Chase Brown, getting about 3 yards. When really probably should have got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down about 7 for the Bengals. Parker, I don't think Marcus Freeman is going to leave Notre Dame. Notre Dame also is kind of the same way where they have deep pockets. I don't think he would. Especially not go to Penn State, which is kind of like a lateral move, if I would say. I think Notre Dame and Penn State is a lateral move for Marcus Freeman. So I think he would stay. Second down 7 from the 15-yard line. Shotgun formation. Drop back to pass. And gets the pressure. He's going to sidestep and throw for nobody. He threw for the audience. That's what it is. He threw for the fans. He wanted the fan to experience, get a ball. That's what Joe Flacco was doing. Swell guy. You know, he's always thinking about his family. Think about his family. Think about Cincinnati's family. I see why they brought him in. So, 10-16 left to go the third quarter. Still third down 7. Like I said, I don't know who he was throwing to, honestly. Like I said, no idea. Shotgun formation with Samaje Perine to his left. Drops back to pass, and he's going to throw. It's going to be caught, and that's going to be first down for Yoshibas. Close, but I'm pretty sure they gave it to him. No, they're actually marking him short. It's going to be 4th and inches from the 9-yard line. They're going for it. Pittsburgh, you got to buckle up, bud. It is 4th and 1. 9:50 left to go in the third. Still plenty of game left, but still, this is huge. If the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to stop here, play clock at 10. They're fine. Joe Flacco going to be under center. Samaje Perine on the backfield. Play clock at 2, 1, 0, and he tries to smush his way through, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, wait. No. He powers his way through. However, I think there might be a delay game flag. I think there might be a delay game or a timeout was called. Oh, wait. Okay, so no. So basically, Zach Taylor challenged the spot of the previous play. Okay. I about said I thought there was a flag, but it was just a challenge flag. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. Let's see here. Who is going to coach Penn State football? Do you know? I mean, it's a pretty decent spot, honestly. If I'm Penn State, I just came from, I think the second winningest coach in Penn State football is James Franklin. So, do you want to take more of a risk and hope that they can be like a winner, or are you taking you swing in that bag, you trying to get a good coach? Like I think that's the reason why Kurt Cignetti was kind of able to get the bag from Indiana. A lot of the people who are at big jobs, like I said, I don't think they're going to leave. Like, if Lane were to leave, like Lane Kiffin were to leave Ole Miss, he's not leaving the SEC. I feel pretty confident he's going to stay in the SEC. Like, you could maybe say Dabo, but I don't think Penn State would feel comfortable trying to go with after Dabo. Because, like, if I'm Penn State, there can be two ways I can go with this. Go with an established guy who's won big games. Maybe not win them recently, but, like, you could definitely say that Dabo's win the big games. Yeah, it's been a while, but still has, technically, on his resume. You also want to go for someone who's going to be like a really good recruiter. That's also with Dabo with some of his assistants as well. Like, I could maybe see Dabo, but I feel pretty confident that Penn State already has somebody in mind. So I just don't know who he's going to be, though. I don't know. Penn State is in a weird one because of the fact that the high expectations that Penn State is going to have obviously breeds like a lot of where a lot of people are going to want to go there, but you're also in a difficult spot where you're going up against Ohio State. You're going up against basically the former Pac-12 that's now in your Big Ten. So competition is getting a little bit high. They're going to quite work out. So I don't know. It is a good question, though, Parker. It is a good question, but I don't know who Penn State actually is going to go for. Yeah, Tush used one of the timeouts, but I don't think they got the penalty. They didn't have the first down. So that's something to keep in mind. Will Luke Fickell go coach Virginia Tech? Luke Fickell has really kind of destroyed his, not totally his coaching career, but for how bad it got at Wisconsin, there's going to be some people who are kind of down on Luke Fickell, even though he built Cincinnati to what it was. If I'm Luke Fickell, I'm looking to go back down to a smaller college, from a small, either replacing one of the coaches that leaves, if you're going to either Tulane, going to USF, so I think both Summerall and Alex Gulch is gone. If you're going there at a smaller program that has a good backing, then I think that would be good for Luke Fickell to get back in the reins of, okay, I can establish myself as being a winning head coach instead of what people now know you as being a failure at Wisconsin. Throws for the end zone, and great defense there by Jalen Ramsey. 3rd and goal for the Cincinnati Bengals. 8:04. Let's go in the 3rd. Yeah, I would say Luke Fickell goes for like one of the smaller jobs. Kind of get his mojo back. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey on T. Higgins. Pretty good coverage. Great deflection. All right, so 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Well, yeah, from the 5-yard line. Shotgun formation with Chase Brown to his right. Drops back to pass and is going to roll it to his right. Goodness gracious, threw it at the ground. So 4th and goal. Is Sam Pittman going to coach Virginia Tech? I don't think so. Parker, I don't think that Sam Pittman will go to coach Virginia Tech. I think Sam Pittman will probably take a offensive line role. He'll probably go simple. He already got his chance as a head coach. He'll probably go back to basics of like being offensive line coach and being a really good recruiter, if I had to guess. So McPherson on for a 23-yard field goal to make it a 2-possession game. Kick is up, and kick is good right in the middle. So it is going to be 20-10. So a 20-point swing so far. 29 extra points. 7:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ooh, goodness. Excuse me. Oh, they're just working on somebody's hand. I was like, someone hurt? And like, no, it's just working on their hand. But yeah, Cincinnati winning by 10 right now is not how I thought this game was going to go. But it's a pleasant surprise. Like I said, I'm fine with the fact if Steelers lose. Not because I picked them to win, so I wouldn't like. Yes, Parker, I did like Mike Leach. It's unfortunate his passing. Revolutionized the game. You can look at his coaching tree and really what he came from as well. So, but revolutionized the game. Unfortunate that he passed. That's been 3 years now? I think it's been 3 years. Kickoff's underway, and it's going to be returned by the 3 up to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up to the 35, up to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Steelers are going to start, and that is Kenneth Gainwell with the return. He did, in fact, gain well. But, yeah, like I said, him at Texas Tech, that 2008 season was incredible. Obviously, like I said, one of my lasting memories of Mike Leach is going to be in one of the worst Auburn losses that I've ever experienced in my lifetime. From a 39-yard line, under center, and it's going to be a toss that's going to be caught, and that's going to go up to the 40, up to about the 44-yard line. So that's getting there about 4 yards. Jalen Warren. So, like I said, my next video is going to be the worst losses in my lifetime as an Auburn fan. And, yeah, no, it was 2021. Mississippi State, that is up there. I will tell you it is top 5. It is top 5. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I'm telling you it's top 5. It was by far one of the worst feelings of my life. 2nd down and 5 from the 44-yard line. Shotgun formation with, I think it's Warren. Yeah, Warren gets a pitch, going to sidestep a defender up to the 45 and down about the 50-yard line for a first down gain. 6 yards there for Jalen Warren, and a first down 10. 6:55 will go in 3rd. Still plenty of time in this game, but you're still down by 10. You gotta score a point here. So, Warren, 10 for 56. Not too shabby, but obviously you want a little bit more from him. But Jamar Chase had an absolutely outstanding game for sure. Browns versus Steelers 2024 snow game vibes. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It depends on what Steelers do on this drive. From the 50-yard line, under center, got overload set over to the right side up to the 45, up to the 40, up to the 35, up to the 30, and down by the 25-yard line is Jalen Warren for another great gain and another Steelers first down. 6:17 left to go in the third quarter. They're using overloaded where basically they have like a tackle as like a tight end. He comes into motion. So not only do you have Darnell Washington, who's 300 pounds, you got a tackle over 320-something pounds. You got another right tackle over 320-something pounds. Like, you got, like, a lot of weight just going there. And then, goodness gracious, Demetrius Knight just absolutely get obliterated. So, first down, 10 at the 26-yard line, under center. Once again, got overloaded. Overloaded to the left. Going to be a toss-up to the left, and that's going to be Jalen Warren, who gets about, like, 2 or 3 yards there. So, be second down by 8. Let's see here. Chase has 27 fantasy points already. Jeez, man. I know, like, say he had 11 for 99 and a touchdown. So, yeah, no, he's having a pretty impressive day so far. Anyone who sold low on Chase must be kicking themselves right now. Yeah, in one of my fantasy leagues, I had the first overall pick, and I got Chase because I thought that was going to work. And sometimes it's worked. Sometimes it hasn't because of Joe Burrow, but not being there. But we throw it to the left side, and that's going to be Darnell Washington just missed that totally. He's got the shield. I guess just could not see the ball at all. But third down and 8. I don't know how he missed that, but he totally missed it in the lights. Parker, I don't know if Eli Drinkwitz would go. Like I said, I don't know. I just feel pretty confident that Eli Drinkwitz stays at Missouri. He likes where he is, especially in the SEC. And the expectation is never going to be way too high for him. Third down 8, shotgun formation, trips to the right. Drops back to pass. Aaron throws. We caught. Let's go up to the 20, up to the 15, and absolutely, oh my goodness, up to about the 10-yard line. And that is Wilson. Sorry, Wilson. Was it Nelson or was it Wilson? Oh, it's Wilson. That's right, Roman Wilson. Yeah. Like getting airborne, gets the first down up to the 10-yard line. Drops back to pass, throws, and be incomplete. Knight with the deflection. There is, however, a flag. So 4:36 left to go in the third quarter. Don't know what the flag is, but it was thrown at the very beginning of play. So it's either a legal formation or it's a legal sub. One of the two. I think it's on the defense. If I know Aaron is probably going to be a legal substitution. $4:36 remaining in the third quarter. Oh, flags for both teams. Illegal shift and also 12 men on the field. No offsides. Never mind, my bad. So just replay the down. Parker, if Hugh Freeze goes to coach Virginia Tech, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked. I think Hugh is probably not going to get another big-time head coaching hire until very, very, very late. Recruiting is there, but adjustments just ain't there. He might go back to like a group of 5, but he ain't. I don't know about no Power 4 conferences. They're truly desperate. Aaron Rodgers going to throw a screen pass and gets absolutely blown up. Great job there by the Bengals, all the way back to about the 18-yard line. Second down for the Steelers. Try to throw a little screen pass to Darnell Washington, and that did not work out at all. That's Demetrius Knight, by the way, the rookie. All right, so from the 19-yard line, second down and 18, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by Turner, and it's going to be 3rd and 18. We love to see it because none other than Chris Boswell is just waiting for an opportunity to kick another field goal. 3rd down 18. That's what we need. That's what we need, buddy. Don't get the touchdown or the first down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Crap. Turner's down on the ground. I think he's cramping. Yeah, it's a cramp. It's just a cramp. He doesn't seem so serious about it, but I think, he was dapping somebody up, too. I think it's just a cramp. I don't know who that is, Parker. Let me check and see who that is. I guess I probably know the face, but I don't know the name. Who are you? I misspelled that. Hold a second. Oh, for Old Dominion? Oh. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. So I like him because of the fact that he is at the college that my cousin's at. Um, she's at Old Dominion, and they're actually doing pretty decent. They technically almost beat South Carolina last year. From the 19-yard line, third down 18, drops back to pass, and throws, and that's going to be a touchdown to none other than Pat Fryermuth. And it becomes a one-possession game for Pat, for the Steelers. Didn't love the fact that we couldn't get a field goal, but I will still take a one-possession game nonetheless. Extra point still fine. But Ricky Rain would be if you're suggesting maybe him go to Penn State, because he was the Penn State's quarterback coach from 2017 to 2019. Maybe, but it would be a stretch. Like I said, the boosters would have to be very confident with Ricky Rain. Is it Rain or Ron? Is it Ron or Rain? It might be Ron. Like I said, I don't know much about him. I just know that he's like I said, I knew the face. I didn't know that was his name. But Old Dominion head coach. They said that apparently he also was the quarterback's coach for Penn State. It would be a stretch, but if Penn State fans like him, if the boosters like him, and feel like him being like getting the recruiting back together, and him possibly, I just think that it would. Like I said, it would really have to be somebody the boosters feel confident in, and if they do, then I think that's fine. Like I said, you got somebody who had been there when you had your best years, developed Trey Smith sorely. Maybe, possibly. Arthur Smith loves any tight end other than Kyle Pitts. Yes, he does. He's like, maybe you know what it is. Maybe you know what it was. He was like, I don't love all this hype for Kyle Pitts. And so what he would always do is that he would be like, no, you don't understand. Jonnu Smith, he's the real deal. We don't need to get our number 4 overall pick involved in the offense. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't even take him in the first place. That's what Arthur Smith said. Arthur Smith was like, we shouldn't even take him in the first place. Though I believe he also was there when they took him. Was that right? Am I right on that one, or did he come after? Anyways. Yeah. Because he actually uses both tight ends pretty well. He uses Pat and also Jonnu decently well. And also uses Cameron Hayward in there as well. So he just honestly must hate Kyle Pitts. All right, Manuel, I'll hear you out. Bengals go 3-and-out. Steelers march down the field in field goal range, but stall out. Boswell, 48-yarder, up and good, 2020. I like it so far. Bengals go down and score a field goal. Clock wind down. Steelers make How long a field goal? I'm saying 61 yarder for Chris Boswell, game winner. Calling it now. Calling it now. 61 yarder, Chris Boswell, right through the uprights. Calling it. 25-30 and up to about the 32-yard line for Samaje Perine. That's a good question there, Parker. I do not know. There we go. Speaking of him, let's see here. Brent Pry would probably. Let's see. He's another one that's like, a descendant. Not descendant. That's not the correct word I'm looking for. Branch off of the tree from James Franklin. If James Franklin does take a job, I could see him being like DC for James Franklin, just kind of like, get his mojo back, but that's about it. Lost about 2 yards there on a nice little swing pass. Great job there by the Steelers for wrapping up. And the second down and 12. Chase Brown lost 2. But yeah, if I'm Brent Pry, I didn't have the best head coaching experience. Like I said, Virginia Tech never was good when he was there. So I would probably say he'd probably take a DC position. If James Franklin is a head coach somewhere, he'll probably follow James Franklin. If not, he'll just take his services somewhere else. So, throwing 31-yard line, shotgun formation. Brown to his left. Throws to be caught. It's going to be T. Higgins up to the 39-yard line. It's going to be third down, about 4. Okay, so Steelers make it in a field goal range with 10 seconds on the clock. Boswell, 55-yarder, up to tie the game 23-23 to send the game to overtime. In overtime, Bengals throw ugly INT to set up the Steelers for a perfect 45-yard Boswell automatic kick up and good. Steelers win 26-23, and we win as Boswell fantasy owners. I like that. I like those odds. A deep throw to Yoshivas up to the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. And Yoshivas, who has been targeted a lot of times, unfortunately has not been able to make it. Finally, huge gain. Huge gain for Yoshivas. True, gritty AFC North football. Kicks, not 6. I love it. If we can get a field goal here. If not, I don't know if they'll try to go for a field goal. But if we can get a field goal here, I think there's a possibility that we can still make this happen. It might be a little bit out of order, but we can make this happen. So from the 24-yard line, 1:45 to go in the third quarter, drops back to pass, Joe Flacco, and he almost gets sacked, but checks down, and that's going to be a nice wrap-up tackle by Elliott. Going to be a gain about 5 yards there, second down and about 4 or 5 for the Bengals. We love true, gritty AFC football with the really amazing kicker, Chris Boswell. That's all we want. That's all we want, Steelers. Everyone that wants to see is Chris Boswell just absolutely kick some heaters. That's what we want to see. Second down and 4, under center, bunch to the right. Well, 50 seconds left to go in the fourth. The third. I mean, they quite literally are just like, let's just throw the quickest pass as possible to Jamar Chase and get as many yards as we can. It's working, though. It's been working all game. 6,000 receiving yards for Jamar Chase. That's crazy. Draws by the pass, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get a Chase Brown. Second and goal, 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Parker, so new coach at Virginia Tech is going to be Billy Napier, right? In my opinion, that makes sense for Billy Napier. It makes sense as far as, being a good recruit, having a lot of booster help, having good fan base, going to be a step down from SEC, so he can get back his mojo, and also they're desperate for success. So if you're able to have early success especially not having the huge games that Florida normally has. Like, I think that's reasonable to assume that Billy Napier could work out at Virginia Tech, or that he would be a kind of person that Virginia Tech would want to hire. Does he have any ties there? I don't think he does. That's the only thing that I don't know. But a lot of this is just speculation. A lot of this is speculation. But I would think that Billy Napier could work out at Virginia Tech if he decides to take that job. Because I'm not like in the know at all. I'm not in the know as much as I wish I was. I wish I could be like, I got all these tips or something like that. Most of my tips are for the people that I actually care about, which is Auburn, which is unfortunate because sometimes I hear things that I really wish I didn't know about some of the Auburn players. And it's also credible. That's the thing, is that like that's what's crazy, is that some of the stuff that I've heard is actually credible and it's known, and I'm like, I'd rather not know. But I'm glad that you told me. But yeah, no, like I said, I would if Billy Napier goes to Virginia Tech, I think that's a good match. It might not work out, but it'd be better than what happened with Brent Fry, I think. Brent Pry, sorry, not Brent Fry. I just want a great Chris Boswell game. So far, he's had a decent game. He's got 2 extra points, got a field goal. But we want more. More. Give us more. I also need him to have a good week because right now in fantasy, 4th place, I think. Either 4th, 5th place. And I'm struggling because my running backs is not doing the best right now. James Cook has not. I mean, he had some good weeks for James Cook, but Chuba Hubbard, they say come back from injury. I got Vidal. I'm hoping that he kind of like I said, that was a good pickup by me for waiver wire. But my running back situation is not the best. So this week I don't have James Cook. So I'm hoping and praying that we can kind of get some stuff together. Oh, Parker. Who is going to be the new Auburn football head coach? Parker, I don't know. I have who I want it to be, but I don't think it's going to be. Earlier in the year, when Alabama lost to Florida State, I had a lot of Alabama fans who were frantically about like, no, we can't have DeBoer anymore. There was a lot of people who were like, no Boer. So as a good friend, I did a lot of research for who could potentially replace DeBoer as a head coach. Didn't think that was happening. Didn't think that DeBoer would lose his job the second year. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to help him out. I'll do my research. And there's a couple of names that could potentially be it for Auburn. But ultimately, what I just want someone who's a good strategist. And I'll talk about it in a second. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Draws back a pass. Joe Burrow looks for the end zone, and wide open is Noah Fant. Extra point, make it a 10-point game once again. Bengals. Look at you. If it's an AFC North team, maybe you can actually perform. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, no, I want to be Glenn Schumann. I do. Glenn Schumann is a defensive coordinator for Georgia. He is a disciple of Nick Saban. He was there with Nick Saban when he was GA in his early years. Had to film a lot, and basically everything you heard from Alabama players and Georgia players was how much this dude is really good at studying film and preparing them for the actual game. So, when Kirby left for Georgia, his first hire was Glenn Schumann. His first hire was to make sure to get Glenn Schumann, who not only was a GA, not only was an assistant, but also was director of player personnel from like 2015, 2016 for Alabama. Either 2014, 2015, whatnot. So, not only is he a great recruiter, not only is he a great strategist, but like I said, he has been learning under two of the best head coaches we've seen in the last. I know is this. What is one of the biggest things that we have had a problem with at Auburn over the last couple of years? Even with Gus Malzahn was also so a problem. Strategy. Not being able to recover when somebody punches you in the mouth. Not being able to make halftime adjustments has been huge. And that's something that Glenn Schumann, specifically also with Kirby Smart for sure, but from what I know about Glenn Schumann, he is also the strategist too. So that's why I'm saying why I want him so much. I just want somebody that I can trust that, okay, we might be down or we might be up, but we're not going to just be like crap in the bed in the second half. The other people potentially is like, Eli Drinkwitz, that's what we talked about before. I don't think that he would leave Missouri, but he technically has some ties to Auburn because that's where he got to start. But I just think that he'd probably stay in Missouri because the train wreck that we are. There's some people who talk about Summerall, who's a Tulane's head coach, who has ties to Alabama. He played at Gadsden. Not Gadsden. No, I think he played in Huntsville. First down 10 for the Steelers from about the 27-yard line. Going to be a toss to Warren up to the right side, up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 40, up to the 45, 50, up to the 45, 40, up to the 35 and down to the 35-yard line. Jalen Warren, have yourself a day. Both running backs so far have had pretty decent days. Long runs for them too. So great first play for the Steelers on this drive. But yeah, like I said, some people say Rhett Lashley. I don't think that he leaves SMU for us. If anything, he would leave for Arkansas. That's where he's from. From the 36-yard line, Jalen Warren, 13 rushes for 119. Shotgun formation. Warren to his right, two tight ends to his right. Throws up to the 35, up to 30, up to the 25, 20, 15, and out of bounds. That is Freiermuth with the catch and run. 14:04 left to go in the fourth quarter. Only a 10-point game. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I want to be Glenn Schumann because I want a strategist. I just want somebody that I can trust, and I can't trust you. I wanted to. I never fully bought in, but I wanted to, man. I really did. I thought maybe our recruits could make things happen. And basically, throw out to Freiermuth, and this one does not work at all. This is like basically back to the line of scrimmage. Second down 10. Thirteen 10. 27-17, Cincinnati still up, but the Chargers. The Steelers are still driving. Second down 9, shotgun formation. And it's going to be a screen pass to DK, who's got some blockers up to the 15 and out of bounds about the 12-yard line. Well, tackle the 12-yard line. The third down at about 4. Yeah, about 4. 12:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Third down and 4. Aaron Rodgers, shotgun formation with Jalen Warren to his left. Drops back to pass. Throws to be Darnell Washington up to the 5 and down about the 3-yard line. And he got absolutely slammed. Goodness gracious. So, first and goal from about the 3-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Parker, is Auburn University open all night long? Do you mean like the facilities? Yeah. Now, not everything's open, but like the facilities are. Well, like the library and all that kind of stuff, yeah. From the 4-yard line will be handoff John Warren, who is going to get down. Oh, they're pushing. He's going to be at it like 2. Yeah, no, there's a couple times that, well, I didn't really try to study that much on campus. I much more studied at my trailer. But some of my friends, like I paid them visit or like I got them stuff because like some of them were in animation, and so like them like working on like their stuff like they had to be like near the computer at all times. So I would like give them some stuff. I only did that once technically, but yeah, like stuff at like the library. I also stayed up until like two a.m. for. But most of the time, if I'm staying up, I'm staying at my house. Gonna be a rollout and throw, and that's gonna be touchdown to Darnell Washington. Another touchdown. He just played 6-7. I'm sorry, my students say 6-7 all the time. So all right, but anyways, it is now a extra point make it a 3-point game. 11:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, it is open all night long. Let's see. Let's see. I think Panda Express usually closes at like 9. I think Panera stays open to like 10. There's not a lot of eating places on campus that stays late because then you can just go on like campus is right here, downtown is like right here, so like, you can literally just go to like Whataburger or something like that pretty quickly. All right, well I have got to go to the bathroom, and we're going to commercial break. Oh, look, perfect timing. All right, well, it's going to be for a touchback. So 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 27-24. Let's see if Steelers can get a stop. What? Has Auburn University students been disappearing? Not that I know of. I mean, I'm not on campus. Like I said, I graduated in the spring. Uh, I know there's usually like I'll talk about it in a second. From the 20-yard line, under center, Joe Flacco is going to hand the ball off to Brown, who's he bounces to the left side, up to the 25, up to the 30, and about an 11-yard gain. Chase Brown was bottled up, but then able to bounce it outside for a first down. The only thing that I would know about Auburn students is that usually per semester there would be like an assault that would basically like be like spread around of like we had like a email chain that basically would let people know like if there was something that happened downtown, like to be aware of this, like be aware of this person, be aware of this. So like I said, you are close to downtown, so you're normally close to students, but you're also close to, unfortunately, regular citizens of Auburn, and they can be kind of creepy. So to keep aware of that. I don't know why I shared that, but I did want to give some clarification. But I don't never seen people who were missing, but I do know that we've had a couple times we've had like especially at like the Sky Bar. Look, here's the thing. I know Sky Bar is famous at Auburn. Don't go to Sky Bar. Don't go. There's much better bars, much better breweries. Don't go to Sky Bar. Sky Bar, I know it might be fun when you're young, but don't do it. A lot of bad things happen. Draw back to pass after a nice game. Oh, and it might be a deflection. I would say try to recover it. It might be a fumble. I think it's a forward pass. I think it's a forward pass, but it was a great catch and run by Noah Fant that got him in the first down position to begin with, and that's gonna be an incomplete pass. But yeah, no, I don't know about the if Auburn students been missing. I don't know about that. Can we maybe see a touchdown right now to make it a 3-point game and then a game time field goal? I think potentially there, Emmanuel. To be clear, trying to send it to overtime, not tie in the record-wise tied. That would be crazy, right? It would be very crazy if someone tied. It would be very crazy if someone tied and then they lost to a bottom feeder like the Panthers. That would be crazy, right? Yep. To tie a primetime game on the day we had to put up early, we have to get up early tomorrow. That would never happen, right? Right, exactly. I mean, if I'm anything, I'm thinking like, I want my fans to be excited, right? I would never want to tie. I would never want to tie. I'm still upset about that. 3rd down and 5, throws across the middle and no other than Jamar Chase to the 30, up to the 25, and spins inside about the 24-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Cincinnati. 8:45 left to go in the 4th quarter. But yeah, no, I get it from some point of like, well, I'd rather tie than lose. But at the same exact time, like, you could have won. You could have won if maybe you just didn't try to take all the time away. You didn't have to. You could have hurried up a little bit. You didn't have to take all the time away. Basically, oh crap, now I got to try to score because it's like 8 seconds left, and I'm going to throw for the end zone. Oh, thankfully, I got some more time left. From a 24-yard, Lincoln will be handoff to Chase Brown. He's going up to the 20. Oh, he's upended, but gets about 8 yards. Well, not 8 yards. Yeah, about 8 yards there. So 2nd down, about 2 or 3. Yeah, no, that staying up late to watch that Sunday Night Football game, Cowboys vs. Packers, and then it ends the way it did, I just seething with rage. Joe Flacco has almost 300 yards passing. 287. Shotgun formation with Chase Brown to his right. And going to be a handoff, and he's going to try to make a man miss. He gets like a yard. However, there is a flag, and it's going to be on Rivers, the right guard, for holding on the linebacker. So push it back. Let's see here. Parker, why do college students disappear for do you know or not? I do not know. I'm gonna be honest. I do not know that. Yeah, I can't answer that one for you. 2nd down 13. 7:15 left to go in the 4th. Still 27-24. Bengals are up by 3, but this is backing them up. Drops back to pass and throws across the middle and dropped. So 3rd and 13, 7:07 left to go in the 4th. Parker, when you say disappeared, you mean like, well, the disappear would be disappear. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Auburn really had that problem when I was there. So I don't know why, unless you heard something, but I have no idea. Try to get to T. Higgins. Incomplete pass. Joey Porter Jr. in the coverage. 4th and 13. 7:03 left to go in the fourth quarter, and we about to get a field goal for the Bengals. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, most of the stuff that I knew about that at Auburn was either some weird behavior at fraternity parties. Heard about a lot about that. Weird behavior at Sky Bar. I mean, I had so many friends um, over the years who've had bad experiences at Sky Bar because of creepy people. That's why I never understood why people keep on going to Sky Bar. Kick is up. The kick is good. So it's gonna be 30-24. Yeah, I don't really think I'm like. Obviously, they probably wouldn't be announcing as much, but I can't think of any costumes that like were disappeared when I was at Auburn, and I was there for 5 years. So unless some interesting stories is happening as of late. Um, that's what I'm saying, Parker. When you say disappear, do you mean like they disappear for the night and then they just show up? Because more than likely they're walking around drunk. That could possibly be the case. Because I knew several people who I don't know how. I honestly do not know how they operated in college. Because they would always be downtown. Because I would be sometimes getting something to eat, and they all be downtown, going to Sky Bar, and then we had a test the very next day, which I don't understand like how your brain operates. But yeah, I don't know, do you mean like disappear for the night? Talking about like they don't come back? Because like I said, I don't know about that. I honestly could not tell you. Yeah, I have no idea. Um, so it is about 7 minutes left in the game. Steelers, you're down by 6. So if you make a drive out of it, do they kick a field goal? That's the question. I think they might could. So, Emmanuel, we could still have 2 field goals, possibly, but it's kind of rare. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The possibility we could. But more than likely, the Steelers are going to try to score a touchdown here. Oh, Lauren is it Spire or Spear disappeared at Indiana University in 2011. They never found her. That's crazy. Like I said, if it's one of those situations that it might. I always feel weird talking about this kind of stuff, but like it might be a kidnapping situation where it's not like it disappears, more like unfortunately somebody took her, which is always like this always thing that I'm scared for from whenever like my friends go downtown, not downtown Auburn, but like go someplace they don't know, or technically even like you go to like any kind of city, like the same exact thing as well. Um, because my like I said, I have a sister, so like obviously I have like those kind of concerns as well for her. Is wherever she's going to make sure that she's safe. And so a lot of times, like whenever she's cautious, she'll call me, and so I'll be on the phone with her as she's like walking to her car and stuff like that. Because like I said, safety, and like my family's like make sure like utmost importance, make sure that you're safe anytime you don't feel safe, you call me, and you let me know if there's anything I can do, or just be on the phone and kind of deter anybody any wrong doing, because no one's going to try to attack while you're on the phone, hopefully. So 6:52 left to go in the fourth quarter, 30-24, starting from at the 40-yard line after a great return, well 39-yard line. Under center, 2 tight ends to the left, make that 3. Warren in the backfield. Going to be a toss out to Warren up to the left side. He's going to get up to about the 40 and down about the 42-yard line. So get about 3 yards. Second down, 7. Emmanuel, field goal when they stall out, then turnover on Bengals territory, another hit field goal. There you go. So we can still get it because it's only 6:30, so you still got plenty of game time. I mean, we could have like a 60-yard field goal. Not right now. I got to get in the field goal range, but still. So shotgun formation, Rodgers. Two tight ends to the left. Going to be a toss once again, and it's going to be up to. Oh, golly. Was that not a face mask? I guess not. Up to the 45-yard line. Third down and about 4. 6 minutes left to go in the fourth. I don't love the fact they just did the same play twice in a row. You don't love to see that. So shotgun formation with Gainwell to his left. Third down and 4 from the 45-yard line. Drops back to pass and throws. That's going to be dropped. Try to get to Freiermuth, but unfortunately it's incomplete. So 4th and 4, 5:26 left to go in the fourth, and they have to punt the ball away. Well, dang. We're not getting an Emmanuel, unfortunately. Oh, great job there. Going to be returned, not returned, but down at about the 9 or maybe the 10-yard line. First down 10, 5:16 left to go in the game for the Bengals, who are up by 6. Yeah, we're not going to get the 2 field goals, unfortunately. The Colonel lives so we could chicken, KFC chicken sandwich. KFC was what I grew up on, because that's the one, well, not the only chicken place we had where I'm at, like, not the only chicken, but the only, like, bone-in chicken that we had. That was, like, fast food chicken. Until we discovered that Walmart has freaking amazing chicken. Now, like I said, they got amazing rotisserie chicken, but we knew about that, but we didn't know they had, like, pretty decent, like, fried chicken, and wings and whatnot. So then it used to be after on Sunday we would go to KFC and get it. But then it got to be a point where we're like, well, we're going to Walmart anyways for groceries, and we're grocery shopping on Sunday. So let's go ahead. Let's get some chicken. Because I said we get chicken because they had like the 4 compartments in the bucket. They had the chicken tenders, they had the ranch wings, popcorn chicken. And I want to say they had some buffalo ones. My sister loves some buffalo sauce. So I'm pretty sure they had some buffalo wings. Or if not, it was just barbecue wings, maybe. But I remember the ranch wings. Like, the ranch wings were pretty stinking good. They were really good. But yeah, Walmart chicken. And the fact that you get a big old bird, you get big old chicken. Okay, you can eat that chicken, just straight up just eat the chicken. Whatever chicken you don't eat, you just shred it up. That's what I usually do, and then you use the rest of the chicken for later. So every now and then I'll do that for a week. I'll get me a chicken, give me a rotisserie style chicken, eat off of it, and then whatever I don't eat, I start shredding that up, and then use that for later. What does people go missing mean? Like kidnapping, unfortunately. Like kidnapping. That, unfortunately, is a huge problem that we have in the world. We were talking about that earlier, Parker. I don't know why people do what they do, man. Like the hate, I don't understand. I don't understand the kidnapping. I don't. Just messed up behavior. Honestly, it don't make no sense. Throws and almost a grab by Jamar. Second down 10. Sometimes people just make no sense. This is it. As best as I could possibly say it to kind of cover all the bases. Just sometimes people just don't make any sense. Weird people. Weird people. From the 10-yard line, second down 10. Shotgun formation with Piron to his left. Going to be actually a hand. Oh, Joe Flacco is running up to the 20 and slides down the 21-yard line. You you ran a read option with Joe Burrow and it worked. I mean, just green grass. From the 22-yard line, first down 10, shotgun formation with I'm still in awe. A floater for no one. Second down 10, 421. That is incredible. Oh my goodness. Uh Parker, when people go missing, are they alive or not? It possibly I do not know. It depends on the circumstance. Sometimes they are, and unfortunately, sometimes they're not. Yeah, so Emmanuel, literally Joe Flacco, okay, old man Joe Flacco, they ran a read option with him. He kept it and had green grass in front of him. Alex Highsmith comes down and he picks up like 11 or 12 yards. So from a 22-yard line, and oh my gosh, he got clobbered. Sacked for the first time, and that is, no, not sacked for the first time, but sacked by TJ Watt, and also Cameron Hayward. So now it's third and forever. Not third and forever. It's like third and like 16, which is still forever. But finally, TJ Watt can actually beat Amarius Mims for a sack. So the third and 18, huge play. 3:45 to go in the fourth. From the 14-yard line. Shotgun formation. There'll be trips to the right. And it's a handoff. Gets a yard. I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that. Yeah, let's freaking go, old man. Dude. 3:25. Let's go in the fourth quarter. All three timeouts for Pittsburgh Steelers. They're down by 6. You got everything in front of you. Everything in front of you. Just don't screw it up. Come on, Pittsburgh, please. Just deliver. Or block this field goal for a touchdown. Just saying. No, he got it cleanly. All right, so as we returned from, that's a nice punt. Return to the 25-yard, up to 30, up to 35, up to the 40, and out at about the 43-yard line. So first down 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2:46 left to go in the fourth quarter. Emmanuel, these youngins don't know what it's like to run like the wind with the replacement hip. They definitely don't. They absolutely don't. They don't know what it's like to, be in your 40s and your knees are giving out at every step you're taking. They don't know what the sound is when metal rubs up against each other. And all your ancestors are crying out for you to stay down, stay down. All right, so first down 10, 2:46 left to go in the fourth quarter. From the 42-yard line, Aaron Rodgers, empty set. Draws back a pass, and is stepping in the pocket, rolls it to his right. He's going to throw in the run, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get Darnell Washington. Second down 10. Parker, I don't really believe in the paranormal. I don't. So, like I said before, I lived in my grandparents' house while I was helping my grandmother, and literally with her ashes in a tray. I don't know why I shared that, but like I said, and I never experienced any of that kind of stuff, so I don't really believe it. Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true, but I've had other friends who believe in it, because like either they have experienced something, or like their parents have experienced something, or their grandparents experienced something. But like I, no, I never had that. It would be a holding call. So you're back up second down 15 on Broderick Jones. Yeah, like I said, I don't. Usually there's like an explanation for it. Usually there's an explanation for it. Or if not, sometimes you can just be like, oh well, it's your mind trying to play tricks on you because your mind could be like trying to find a pattern. So like if you if you look like a pile of clothes and it looks like a face, it's like your mind trying to find a pattern. Um, and so that's what you want. Like you can make out a face whenever you look at like a pile of clothes that are like stacked up in a certain way. Second down 20, and Aaron Rodgers avoids the sack, throws a deep ball, a heat missile up to 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Pat Freiermuth, and 2:21 left to go in the fourth quarter, and Aaron Rodgers, Rodgers just absolutely threw a dime in between two defenders to Pat Freiermuth. That's incredible. The old man have come to play. Goodness gracious. Maybe Aaron Rodgers will attempt to outdo Joe's rushing numbers. Hey, Zoe, he didn't do that, but he's trying to catch him in the passing. Goodness gracious. With 2:21 left, our amazing man Chris Boswell, Mr. Automatic, is going to make it a 1-point lead. Kick is up, kick is right down the middle, baby. So we're just 31-30, 2:21 to go in the game. This has been amazing. Absolutely outstanding. Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely. I mean, he avoids the pressure, just like a heat-seeking missile, finding the one and the only Pat Freiermuth. I mean, that's got some zip on it. Good night. I mean, that is as perfect a spire you can get. That's amazing. That right there is amazing. Like the Key and Peele skit. Can't be too mad about an 8-point performance, Boswell. You did good by us. Exactly. Oh, East Carolina won? Good. ECU won. Good. Oh, the Pirates. Well, they're not really. Are they really the Pirates? They tend to have a different name. They're not Buccaneers. I know the Pirates though, because they got the return from the 2-yard line up to the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25, and what stumble? What's she stumbling for? Up to the 30-yard line. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know what number 25 was doing. Like all of a sudden he just stumbled, like on just the grass. So, Joe Flacco, you got 2:15, 2 timeouts because you messed up on the challenge. So you got 2 timeouts. Down by 1. Anything can happen. Bengals might conquer some AFC North magic, and Joe Flacco run for a TD. That would be fun. Man, that would be amazing. But if you know anything about Zach Taylor, he can only be creative for just a little bit. He can only be creative for just a little bit. He can't be for too much. He might not be able to run it so good anymore, but he sure can still sling it. Yes, he can. Yes, he absolutely can. Got a cannon still. From a 30-yard line, Joe Flacco trying to outduel. John's ready to pass. Throws to the right. That's going to be caught. That's going to be up to about the 45? 44, 45. They say 45. So it's going to take it to a 2-minute warning, and that is where we will have a commercial break. Now, at the 45-yard line, Evan McPherson, I think his career long is a 59-yard field goal against the Steelers in 2021. That was not 2021, 2022. I think that was the back and forth kicking game that he had. So you ain't got to go far to get back into his career long. So that could be interesting to see how that happens. Like, so you're near midfield, you got the 45-yard line. So there could be a lot of things that the Bengals could do. Let's see here. Will Cal football beat UNC football tomorrow? I think they will. As much as I despise Brian Harson with my whole entire soul, because I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he's their OC. I think Cal is a pretty decent team. UNC's free falling, and also Cal's quarterback is pretty good. I do like Cal's quarterback. If I remember correctly, let me double check and make sure I'm around this, but I'm pretty sure Brian Harson is in fact the OC. Yep, he is sure enough is. He sure enough is. I've been multiple tasking, multitasking this whole stream and checking the game periodically. Saw the ball go to the Bengal and thought it was picked off. LOL. Brain fog is kicking in. Hey, look, it's getting kind of late. Okay, it's 11:17 our time. Okay, it's getting a little bit late. They're showing this commercial again for this movie. It's got the girl from what's her name? She hosted SNL one time. And she's from the Bear in Abbott Elementary. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but her, Andrew Garfield, and also Jennifer, not Jennifer, Jessica, no Roberts, Jennifer, wait. Jessica Roberts. No, Jennifer Roberts. No, I feel like I'm messing that up. Girl from Pretty Woman, and also My Best Friend's Wedding, and also Still Magnolias, and also Mr. Pizza, and also all the others like Notting Hill, and I can't think of her name. Why can't I think of her name? Jay Roberts. I don't know why I can't feel like, is it Jennifer? Is it Jessica? I don't know why. I'm losing my mind at this present time because I'm losing my mind at this amazing football game. From the 45-yard line, Joe Flacco throws for packs on an easy drag to Jamar Chase. It gets up to like the 40-yard line, 37-yard line of the Steelers. So you're in field goal range. Okay, how is he that wide open? Yeah, it's a simple drag, and no one's there. No one's there. On Jamar Chase. Julia! Julia! It's a J. I don't know why I couldn't think. I said Jessica. I said Jennifer. I couldn't think of Julia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying Julia. I was losing my mind. I was like, I know her. I've seen her in many things. Still Magnolia is an amazing movie. She has amazing performance in it. So does Sally Field. But still, I was like, I know her. I was like, why can I not think of a name? Yes, Julia. Goodness gracious. Will Miami Hurricanes football beat Louisville or not? On it, I think we talked about this earlier, actually, Parker. Not this stream, but like, I think on Monday. I think there's a chance that Louisville could win this game because of the fact that Louisville has a good offense and Miami has a good chance of, in the fourth quarter, defense collapsing like they normally do. So, upset watch. I think Miami pulls it out, but I can see Louisville coming back in and they can actually, make a decent game. From the 35-yard line, Joe Flacco throws, and it's going to be for T. Higgins, and T. Higgins slides at about the 8-yard line. 1:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. A timeout is called by the Steelers. Could have gone for the touchdown, but instead decided to slide. T. Higgins is a team player. I mean, he quite literally could have gone in for the score. So he slid out at the 5-yard line. So, like I said, I think Louisville could. I think Miami can hold them off. I think the offense for Louisville makes this a dangerous game for Miami. They got to make sure they don't get upset, especially not on a Friday. Don't be like Florida State happened to them against Virginia. Yes, it has been it's been an amazing game. And so with one timeout left, first and goal, like I said, Bengals are trying not to score because they don't want to give too much time back. Under center, two tight ends, and just a kneel down. So second timeout, last time was called by the Steelers. 1:37 left to go in the fourth, and the Bengals will just be kneeling this down. So we'll have about 17, roughly, about 17 seconds left. Maybe 15. So not looking good for the Steelers. All right, so Joe Burrow, I keep on saying Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco under center with the spirit of Joe Burrow. Got some extra seconds off because, like I said, they help block. So right now it's 128, 127, 126. So when we have the next play, said it'll be more than likely they're going to call a timeout. They have 2 times remaining, so they'll call a timeout here. Once it gets down to like 1 second on the play clock, okay, so that'll bring it down to like almost like 7 seconds difference. So it's gonna be like one. This would be like 54 seconds left when they call a timeout. Yeah, 54. Nope, 53. So 53 seconds remain. Bengals are just going to once again kneel it out. So we'll have less. We'll have like quite literally about like maybe 8 seconds. So you got Joe Flacco trying to get hit and trying to take off some more clock before he has to kneel. Then you have to take into consideration the field goal kick and how long it takes you to have a field goal kick. So very, very, very interesting. Flacgo under center and kneel down. So at 51 seconds, clock continues to run down. So when the time will be done, it will be at about 10 or 11 seconds left, and McPherson will try for the game winner. Don't call timeout now. Yeah, McPherson almost called timeout early. Goodness gracious. Don't call it now. We got 11 seconds. Goodness gracious. That'd be hilarious. We call way too early. Joe Flacco is 31 for 47, 342 win, 3 touchdowns. He's had an amazing day. Absolutely outstanding day. All right, McPherson, this will be his 4th made field goal. It's a 36-yarder. We've had many games where there's been blocked field goals. Will this be one of them? Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. So with 7 seconds remaining, the Bengals lead 33-31. If by some miracle the Steelers can get this into Boswell's range, just gives us a chance. 8 points is good, but you know it'd be really good? A 61-yard field goal to win the game. Let my prediction be correct. Will it happen? More than likely not. Would have been good game. Would have been a good game to own McPherson for sure. For sure. All right, so 7 seconds. Let's see if they can get a return up to like midfield or something. Or a mistake. That'll be nice. All right. Let's see if there's some kind of miracle. Kick is underway, and it's going to be touchback. So, 7 seconds, no timeout for either team. Aaron Rodgers can potentially try to get in a field goal range for Chris Boswell. I'm going to quit trusting my brain on Pick'em. Just go with what's funnier and more unlikely to happen because those seem to happen more this season than a normal game. Yeah, no, this has been a crazy season. Like I mean, I'm not saying that I know everything about football, but what I can say is that my season predictions are absolute crap. They garbage. I mean, Colts, garbage prediction for the Colts. Ravens, garbage. So, John's going to pass, throws quickly, and that's going to be caught. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. 3 seconds. Took off 4 seconds. You got 3 seconds left. You got 5 yards. Yay! Dude. Okay. So, unless by some miracle. Oh, no, they absolutely do look old. I mean, absolutely. I mean, he's got like the 5 o'clock shadow going for Joe Flacco. I mean, Aaron Rodgers got the gray in, you know. Just a couple of old dudes. A couple guys being dudes. So, from the 40-yard line, Aaron Rodgers is going to try to do his old man deep ball, and everyone's in the end zone. Oh, batted away. Oh, that was close. That was honestly close. It got there. Aaron Rodgers threw at age 40 threw a like 76-yard pass at age 40. That even though it wasn't complete, I mean the fact still remains. Absolutely beautiful pass. It's got knocked down. Like literally, it's from the 40-yard line. Okay, it's a signature rollout. No, it's a 60. That's a 70-yard pass. That is a 70-yard pass from a 40-year-old. And almost DK Metcalf gets it. Great play from 38. Dude, that's how? Like, really, though, something would happen on that. I thought so, too. There almost was. Like, DK, if he didn't stumble, he had a chance there. But the fact that Rodgers threw a 70-yard pass at age 40. No, 41. 70. He just uncorked it, man. I mean, that, you don't see that. You don't. I don't think Tom Brady had that deep of a throw when he was in his 40s. Ah, man. Great game. Fantastic even. Much more than what I expected from an AFC North division game on Thursday Night Football with two senior citizens slinging the pigskin. Exactly. Like I said, I was expecting it's going to be a back and forth game, but I'm not expecting both. I'm not expecting both quarterbacks to be over 300 yards. I'm a back and forth. Oh, it'll be a fun game. Not uncorking a huge ball. It's like 33-31. You like absolutely almost throwing a dime, vintage Aaron Rodgers style. Should have called up Richard Rodgers, bro. That was incredible. I legit worried the Hail Mary would work. I mean, it almost did. That's what's crazy. It almost did. I'm still in awe. You just showed this commercial. You just showed Julia Roberts. Sorry, before Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, and I can't think of her name, but the girl from The Bear and also Abbott Elementary. I can't think of her name. I've never watched the shows. I want to, but I've got lots of on the back burner of like watching shows. I just know that she's in it, and that's what she's known for. And she's really good at it. Shoot, but I know why you just showed this one. Why show it again? But yeah, I know, like, that's crazy. Oh, man. Well worth the stay, absolutely. I'm glad y'all stayed. We had a fun time. Had a very fun time. Like I said, I'll be back on Saturday. I will be streaming the Missouri versus the Misery. That will be Auburn football. And possibly streaming the last Hugh Freeze game. I honestly think, from what I know, and the people that I know, if we lose to Missouri, and I said it before, this will be the third straight year, because Hugh Freeze entered his third year, the third straight year that we have started the season 0-4 in SEC. Now, 0-4 in the SEC is not good. That's like being 0-4 in the division to start the season. Not good. Not good. You're not winning. You're not winning anything with playing like that. So, it'll be a 4-game losing streak against good teams, no less. Yes, but I feel like the boosters are just like our fans. From what I know about them, I don't think that they are taken too kindly with the way things are. Now, some of them are being like some Auburn fans, were like, we're getting cheated, all this kind of stuff like that. But I just thinking about the game on Saturday, I just know I'm gonna be miserable, and I'm doing it for you. Now I'm doing it for myself too. Just two old dudes having fun playing football. Exactly, Zoe. Just two guys. Just two guys being dudes. Good night there, Emmanuel. Great stream and wishing y'all the best. Night Ryan, night Zoe, and night Dobie if you're here. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad this game is good. I'm hoping Saturday will be good, but I'm not holding breath. And then Sunday, like I said, I'll do Panthers Jets. I do Sunday Night Football, which is going to be 49ers and Falcons. And then I got Lions versus Bucks, I believe. Isn't that the ones on Monday? I think. Yeah, and the reason why I'm announcing this then is because I will not be able to stream on Saturdays and more than likely also on Sundays. Yeah, I won't be able to stream on Saturdays and Sundays for the next month. Yeah, for the next month, because I'll be going on vacations. I'm going to a concert, not this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend. Going to vacation from Mom. So I said we're doing like a family trip that weekend. Going to the Panthers. Going to the Panthers Falcons game on the 16th. Next week, that next weekend, going on vacation again to see some cousins that I haven't seen in quite some time. And then after that, Thanksgiving as well. So that's why I'm announcing that, because like I said, I'm gonna try to do more videos out. Do like some more videos out because I won't be streaming as much. So I'm getting those together right now. But yeah, I want to let y'all know that before we ended this stream. There you go. What's up there, Zoe? Dobie. Wishing Auburn the best luck on Saturday. I appreciate it, Zoe. But honestly, as I never want to root against my team, but if we beat Missouri, there's a chance we could go on a run, and then it would basically save Hugh's job. And I'm done with Hugh. I am. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. So I had high expectations, but I am. I can't keep defending this man who does not deserve to be defended for what he has done in his personal life, but also what has been transpired at Auburn during his tenure and where lots has been covered up. I just I just can't. I can't. So I'm going to be streaming it as I'm an Auburn fan. I want obviously I want to win, but I don't know. I'm gonna try not to be depressed while we're watching Auburn. And wishing good for our guys. Dobie, let's go. I'll be here for some of the Sunday games. Might be at church with my mom, but I should catch you at some point during the Panthers game. Good. So like I always, thanks so much for always coming, being here. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And then, like I say, either more than likely a Saturday morning, I'll have out the worst Auburn losses of my lifetime. So be prepared for that because that is coming up. All right. I'll see you when I see you.